YouTubers, what is going on? Your boy, Delexman, here on the Four Horsemen channel, the debut with our Wrestlemania XXVIII review. I am joined here by three of the best commentators in the YWC. Starting off with the anti-shooter, Ashton.
Man, why you always gotta start with me?
Cause you're the man, bruh. You're the man.
Okay, well, let's just put it this way. The last, 72, 90-something hours, 96 hours of my life have been awesome, and it's all because of WrestleMania and Raw, and I've been obsessively looking up Brock Lesnar videos since then, so I'm excited.
To my right, the 619 mercenary, Preston.
Hello, everybody. I know I've already done a WrestleMania review, so has Alex, but fuck it, we're gonna have a big four-way Horseman collab on the Horseman channel, which has 93 subscribers or whatever it has right now, and this is the first
Zero videos so far.
And 0 videos until this motherfucker right here. So I want to thank everybody who has subscribed. Of course, hi, everybody who don't know who I am, 619 Mercenary.
Hey, yo!
Hey, yo, all that jazz.
And last, but not least.
Oh, God.
But not least, ladies and gentlemen, the Iron Man, John.
Whoa. We gotta stop things right here, ladies and gentlemen. I found Alex's intro woefully inaccurate. You said we were the best commentators in the YWC. You're so off base. Allow me to correct you. We are the best motherfucking shooters in the world.
Guys,
I am so sorry.
Yes!
I apologize.
Yes!
I will come out and say this right now to just preface my feelings on this review. I am not speaking for anyone else. I have watched this sport for 11 years, and I told Ashton personally when I got home, that was the greatest WrestleMania I ever witnessed. Just so you kind of get an idea of where my thoughts and feelings are going to be of the review. Wholly positive for the most part. Few gripes, we'll get to them when we get to them, and Raw was... The crowd made it legendary.
Just a little bit of a spoiler for TwitWow this week. I personally haven't had any heats of the week yet, and that includes both WrestleMania and Raw, so we'll see it at SmackDown.
Same, absolutely. And I think it's because of Raw that I didn't even have any heats of the week for WrestleMania, because the way things came off in the aftermath were fantastic. But enough about that. I don't want to prattle on too much because I want to share it with the group. So, Alex, I'm going to hand the ball back to you. And how are we going to get started here, brah?
We're going to get started by plugging our channels first. First of all, guys, if you have not subscribed to us, click that subscribe button up there. Please subscribe to me, the Lexman, subscribe to Eon Nizzle, subscribe to BidMoney2K, which is John, and subscribe to the 619 Mercenary, which is Preston. Follow us on Twitter, like me on Facebook, and I think these guys have a Facebook too. You want me to plug your Facebook?
I don't know if John still has our Facebook up, but
it's still up, but it's so meaningless.
Here's the thing with the BidMoney2K's Facebook. It's no action. So if you want to like it, you can, but none of us are on it, so it's just like kind of...
That is so what she said.
But, there you go. I have my own tribute channel, and I want to plug my Rey Mysterio archive channel, the 619 Rewind, which has been getting video views up the ass. I think the channel has nearly 2,000 video views, and it's barely been up a week. So I want to thank everybody for that. It has nearly 20-something subscribers. If you're a Rey Mysterio fan, I implore you, go, subscribe to that channel. Rey Mysterio videos from 05, 06, and all over the fucking place. And if there's any guy who's going to do the Rey Mysterio channel, it's this guy. So,
absolutely.
Indeed.
I'm going to plug my tribute channel as well. And Ashton, I think you have a tribute channel as well. Want to plug that?
Yeah, I actually did. I made a tribute channel just because the two kind of tribute Titantron kind of videos that I had on my channel were hit with copyright things, and I didn't want that to end up screwing my channel over, so I made a channel dedicated to tributes. It's just Eon Tributes. That's the name of the channel. Right now I have the Four Horsemen YWC hype video up and the Daniel Bryan Tap Out Titantron. I am planning on making a Daniel Bryan Dan Troll compilation video, though, so be watching out for that.
Awesome.
Shit, real quick, I do have a tribute channel as well, Mysterio Fan Tributes. If you want to go check that out, you can, and I'll let Alex plug his shit now.
Okay, be sure to check out TwitWow Saturday mornings, whenever it's up, on iTunes, for free.
And be sure to rate the podcast, follow me on Twitter. No, I'm not Zack Ryder, sorry.
Damn right you're not. Don't you ever compare yourself to that jobber again. But the one thing I would implore everyone else to do besides listen to the podcast, rate us, give us a comment. We love feedback. We love what we do. Buy our merchandise at cafepress.com/twitwout. Listen, guys. Listen. I know you have girlfriends out there that are probably looking at other men because they're probably thinking, man, they're so well endowed. But nothing says, baby, please stay with me and don't leave, like a TwitWow coffee cup.
I'm sorry, but the way John sells TwitWow merchandise is the coolest shit I've ever heard in my life. Because I'm sorry, he sells it like it's like the hottest shit since sliced bread. I'm not saying it isn't, but it's
all I'm saying. Easter's coming up. You're going to be dealing with a lot of family.
Easter baskets, by the way.
Wait. You're going to be dealing with a lot of annoying family that you don't like. Buy a shot glass.
Yes, we have those. I couldn't even believe it. But, guys, yes, just buy the merchandise because we love wrestling. We know you love wrestling. Help us help you love wrestling. Buy the merch.
Okay, guys, I think it's time we go ahead and kick this shit off the ground. We're going to get into our Wrestlemania 28 review. Yes, sir. We're going to start things off with the Triple Threat Tag Team match pre-show. Now, me and Preston, I believe, are the only ones who saw this, so me and Preston will hit this up. Wrestling Paradise duo. So let's do this, bro.
Cool. Little precursor to Paradise, which, by the way, Alex, before we get to that, I'm going to say a little quick thing on this channel, what's what you're expecting. Since he's just mentioned Paradise, I might as well just say it right now. Any collabs with the four of us, other than me and John, will be here. That means Wrestling Paradise moving to here. Anything with any of the fucking combinations you could come up with the other three guys and John.
Also, TwitWow excerpts that Alex records from TwitWow while he's listening in are going to go here.
Yes, so everything that you think is on Alex's channel that is Horseman-wise being moved to here. The only thing that is not being moved to here is Wrestling Potpourri. That always will be a staple of Beer Money 2K, me and John, always on Beer Money 2K. But everything else, any collab you want to fucking conjure up, on here. So. Oh,
and I just wanted to make it clear that because Damien Sandow is debuting on SmackDown, I made a Damien Sandow FCW Superstar Spotlight. I know I was planning on Seth Rollins being the second guy, but I had to do Damien Sandow just because I know he's coming to SmackDown on Friday. So be on the lookout for that. And if you hate spoilers, sorry, I ruined it for you.
Okay. Let's get to the tag match, Alex. By the way, there's your little info kind of deal. This was awesome. I got the pleasure of seeing the pre-show, which they showed before the tag match. I believe it was the Rock Cena hour-long thing before Raw last week or whatever, which was cool. Then they got the tag match, which, by the way, I just want to say right here now, the WrestleMania set was awesome.
Amazing.
Great setup this year. And this tag match really should have been on the pay-per-view.
You telling me this was a very fast-paced tag match? All three teams, the Usos, Justin Gabriel, and Tyson Kidd, which was a tag team formed on NXT.
I have a legitimate question because I didn't actually get a chance to see this. Did it feel like an X Division match?
Yeah.
Actually, it did.
I say it did.
Wow.
It had some really crazy spots. There was a Tower of Doom / Powerbomb Superplex.
Yeah, it was fucking crazy. Justin Gabriel did a big moonsault to the floor. It was an awesome match. It was, given a nice amount of time. It was great tag wrestling. Just great shit.
Very fun.
Something I would like to inquire about. Sorry to cut anybody off because I also didn't see this match. So, Ashton, I have one question. Did the pairing of Gabriel and Tyson feel forced at all, or did it feel like a natural pairing?
I want to see them. When Justin comes back from injury, keep them as a tag team. I love them as a tag team.
They work very well with each other.
They're fucking awesome. Sorry. I love them.
But talking about Justin Gabriel, I'm not going to lie, Preston. I do feel like Justin Gabriel was a little off in this match. He was pretty sloppy. It's like
I agree. I agree from what you're saying. I don't blame you. Of course, he did botch the moonsault.
He botched a lot of things.
Which is fine. Everybody fucks up. Nobody has a perfect match time out.
I'm not bashing Justin. I just felt like
I know that. You're talking to Justin Marker, the Four Horsemen here. I don't take that as bashing at all. It's criticism, which I don't blame you. I have criticism too, so it's whatever.
And
whether they were sloppy or not, this match was just very nice. It had very nice tag team psychology, flow, everything about the match was just great. And I love how it broke down towards the end, where, like I said, the Tower of Doom, the moonsault, the end where one of the Usos hit the splash, and then Primo hit the backstabber, and then retained the belts. I personally wanted to see Justin Gabriel and Tyson Kidd win the tag team titles. Apparently, that's kind of a good thing it didn't happen now, since Gabriel's going to be out for fucking 2 months, which is lame.
As a result,
what exactly happened to him that he got hurt?
I saw on Twitter was a big bruised up elbow.
Well, this is what happened. I saw the spot happen during the match itself. Justin Gabriel tried to do one of those springboard 450 splashes that AJ Styles does. It was a little bit sloppy.
Gabriel actually used that move to beat Heath Slater on an episode of NXT a couple months ago.
Well, there you go. The springboard 450 splash, and he was coming off the ropes pretty sloppy, and he had to put his arms out as he fell, and as he fell, he got his arms crushed in the ground. That pretty much snapped his elbow.
Oh, that sucks. Well, can't wait for him to be back because I am a fan of his, so.
I mean, yeah, that's my thing. You know, shit happens. I'm pretty sure Justin Gabriel will come back even better than ever, so.
Of course.
Regardless, this match was definitely a really good way to open up the show. Me and Preston.
In my opinion, I'm going to say right now, I'm just going to say right now, this was third best match on the show, in my opinion. So, that's just me. Because it wasn't even on the show, it's a pre-show, and it should have been on the fucking card, but that's just me.
Agreed.
It was the third best match of the show, in my opinion. Maybe third or fourth. You can interject it, whichever.
Yeah, I was just going to say, really? Better than Punk Jericho?
Punk and Jericho's in the top 3. So is Hell in the Cell.
So he probably ousted Roxana then.
Oh, yeah, Roxana's not on my top 3. And we will get to Roxana.
Yeah, we're going to have an interesting discussion about that one.
But real quick, I guess my 2 cents on the tag match, even though I didn't see it, I was glad to see that Epico and Primo retained. I would have liked that outcome, or the Usos to finally get their moment, because I find that would be such a majorly underrated tag.
I agree, John. Amazingly underrated tag team. I love their entrance where they do the Samoan dance thing, and they do the big loud, chant or whatever. I love their entrance, and they're a great tag team, great wrestlers, and they deserve a lot better. I agree.
They're fun.
Yes, they are. Fun tag team. Yes.
High energy.
That's what we're missing from the main rosters right now. So
I'm
hopefully,
going to say this, though. I think Epico and Primo as a tag team are the smoothest tag team we've gotten since the Hardys.
Agreed.
Yes.
Since the Hardys, I'd say.
Especially with the valet. I think Rosa brings a lot of eyes to that.
Rosa is perfect. That is perfect. Well, not in that aspect. I mean, as a man.
She is perfect, Preston. I
You
understand.
can apply that too, Eon. I'm not saying you can't.
Yeah, hey,
She's
yeah.
a sexy fucking woman. So, I mean, I agree.
Mamacita.
But yeah, Epico and Primo.
Mamacita.
Latino heat. Sorry, Eddie Guerrero. Rest in peace, man.
Yeah.
So yeah, but I agree about Epico and Primo. They're a great tag team. I'm glad they're tag team champions. So yeah, it was great. So.
I think we said all we need to say about the...
Okay, we started off with America the Beautiful by Lilian Garcia, which was fun. I like the...
She did a really good job.
Sang her heart out. I like the fighter jets going over. That was cool.
And honestly, anytime somebody does, a live, by themselves solo song like that, like America the Beautiful or the National Anthem, I always either just mute the TV or turn it down or close my ears because I always get freaking, horrified because I feel like their voice is going to crack. And it seems like almost every time it happens, but it didn't here.
Nope.
Beautiful opener. Beautiful opener.
Okay.
And now we get...
Okay, now it's time to finally address the elephant in the room.
Hold on.
18 seconds.
Hold on. On the pre-show I was watching, they announced this was going to be the opener. So I was like, okay, that doesn't surprise me. All right, now we'll get into the match.
Let Alex drive this one.
Alex? Yes, you go.
You sure you want me to drive this? Okay, I'll drive it. I will drive this shit.
Yes, we're going to let the Psycho Man drive the ice cream truck. Yes, we are.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we opened up WrestleMania with the World Heavyweight Championship match between Daniel Bryan and Sheamus. Now, I believe everybody expected this match to at least get 5-10 minutes. We got 18 seconds. By the way, the crowd received Daniel Bryan like he was a fucking pro. I
loved the yes signs. Those
yes
signs.
Awesome.
Because here's my story. I didn't show up until 8:30 because I had to work. So I missed this match the first time. So I ended up needing to watch it at 11 o'clock then the second time it plays because when you buy it one time it plays twice in a row. So I ended up watching this the second time around. And when I saw those yes signs and I heard the yes chants, and I knew already that it was an 18-second match because there were other people that I watched it with, and I got home late and they filled me in. And they said 18 seconds, like a new record, and I was like, what? And I was so angry, and then I saw the yes signs and I heard the yes chants, and it was like, holy crap, Daniel Bryan is going to be a freaking rock star from now on because people are going to want to stick it to the WWE for screwing him.
Yes, that's exactly what happened, guys. This was a travesty.
We'll get to that when we get to that.
This was a travesty, honestly. They ring the bell. He gets a kiss from AJ. Turns around. He gets bro kicked, and He pins a 1, 2, 3, walks away. When I tell you the crowd was pissed, I was pissed. People on Twitter were pissed. This started off the show in a very, very bad way. I felt like it put a bad taste in my mouth, everybody's mouth. I believe it put a bad taste in our mouths as a group. You know what I'm saying? It was not the best way to kick off WrestleMania. And it was just, oh my God, as a Daniel Bryan fan, it was like, what the flying fuck did you do this for? Why?
Yeah, this
was
very interesting, and from what I understand, it was a combination of three different things. First of all, they wanted to establish Sheamus as a dominant champion to start his run. Second of all, they wanted to beat the previous record that Kane and I forget who else held. Chavo, yeah, for the shortest Mania match. And third of all, they wanted to establish the Brogue Kick as a killing finisher that's like an instant KO. And I'd say they did all three of those things, but at the same time, they made Daniel Bryan look like dirt, and it irritated so many fans that they felt the backlash on Raw.
So pretty much, everything they tried backfired. Okay, here's my thing with this match. When I went into WrestleMania with this match opening the show, I'm like, all right, here we go, man. We're going to get a good wrestling match. It's going to be about 10 minutes. No. First of all, I was shocked as hell.
Yes.
Because like I said, I saw this live. When Daniel Bryan kissed AJ and turned around and Sheamus Bro kicked him, I'm like, no way in hell. And they pinned him. And first of all, I marked just because of how fucking insane it was. Then I came back down and I'm like, that was 18 seconds? Lame. And then Sheamus's, oh my God. Okay, I'm sorry. Sheamus's celebration with the title was bullshit.
That was the weakest celebration I saw.
First of all, I agree with both John and Eon on their fucking rant on Sheamus on Twitter. Wow, 110%. That's on Alex's channel about him not caring and him not being worthy and all the crap they said on that video on Twitter. Wow, whatever. And Team Plug. And then Sheamus, he just kind of had that yes, I just won, and then I'm just like. The celebration I'm always going to go to, you can call me Ray Mark, whatever the fuck you wanted to say. WrestleMania 22. That is a fucking World Heavyweight title celebration. That is a fucking that's it. That's how you celebrate a world title. Batista, WrestleMania 21. That's how you celebrate a World Heavyweight title.
Christian Extreme Rules.
Yeah, or Christian Extreme Rules. That's not what we got here with Sheamus. He just kind of like, oh yeah, I'm world champion.
I mean, CM Punk celebrated better when he won the championship.
Yes, CM Punk when he got in the crowd. Yeah. Yes, that was amazing. Sheamus dude.
He just got the title, walked away.
You have dropped on my totem pole on everything, on levels of how legitimate you are, on how much I wanted to see you win the world title. You have dropped tenfold, motherfucker. Alright, you disappoint me.
It doesn't feel like he worked for this.
No,
it was like he was flown straight to the top of the mountain.
Yep.
Unlike Daniel Bryan with the scratch and claw his play. John, please say something. What you got to say about it?
Yeah, I'm waiting here because I want to keep it succinct, but best match that could have happened for Daniel Bryan's career. And before I probably would have said that in jest. Now I mean it. I mean, when you look at what happened on Raw, this is the best thing that could have happened to Daniel Bryan in the long run.
Definitely.
Something else I want to say, though, that nobody else seems to be saying, and I just want to kind of address it. I find it hilarious how so many people think that the Rumble loses its prestige when the actual winner doesn't win his match. I feel like it makes it look worse when the Rumble winner and the World Heavyweight Champion gets treated like this with this kind of a match on the WrestleMania card.
John, agree. I fucking agree. I will say right here, right now, I put my own foot in my mouth when I made that fucking WrestleMania video the other week. When I said, I did a big long tangent on Daniel Bryan. And first of all, I don't hate Daniel Bryan anymore, but Daniel Bryan fan, so whatever. Sheamus and the Rumble I made a big stink about, because I'm like, Rumble prestige, Sheamus gotta win, not in 18 seconds. Fuck 18 seconds. He should have won in a 10 to 15 minute match, which I'm gonna get to why I think it's bullshit this match did not get 10 to 15 minutes. Fuck Brodus Clay, fuck you. Alright, for your fucking dance bullshit. Oh, come on, mama.
We'll get to that later, Preston, because I've got a hilarious story to share with all of you and our viewers as to why this was this was my favorite segment of the night for totally reasons people won't understand until we get to it.
This match, getting however long it got. Alright, I thought the Divas match was good. I'm probably the only motherfucker on the universe that thought the Divas match was good.
You know what, Preston? I actually thought that it was way better than anyone expected it to be.
Thank you!
Yeah, Preston, make that 3 people. I had no problem.
Okay, so are we gonna go straight to Divas match after this then? You wanna go ahead?
No. We gotta talk about Orton Kane first.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right. We forgot about Orton Kane.
Let's go to Orton. Yeah. Let's go ahead and go in order. Go to Orton and Kane here. Go ahead.
Divas match got, however long it got, and they couldn't give all this time to Daniel Bryan and Sheamus. They gave me 2 seconds, and
I'm just going to end it with this so we can move on. John, you put it in perfect perspective. This was the best thing to happen to Daniel Bryan in his career because although it was a travesty, it opened the eyes of the fans. It made fans care more about him. And now we have YES Chants and fucking Miami Heat games. Are you fucking kidding me?
Suck those Blarney stones, Sheamus.
I'm just saying, guys. Daniel Bryan to me is more over than I ever thought he would be, and that to me is something I can take.
I never thought that I would say this, but Daniel Bryan is currently in a 3-way race with The Rock and Brock Lesnar for the most over man in the WWE right now.
The Rock and Brock fucking Lesnar. I think that's all that needs to be said. Guys, can we move on to the next match?
Absolutely. I want to talk about Orton Kane.
Okay. Randy Orton versus Kane was the second match on the card. I'm not gonna lie to you, when the match first started, I was still pissed over what happened in the first match, so I couldn't really get into it at the start. I think everybody else can agree with me on that, but as the match went on, I got a little bit more into it. It was a decent match, in my opinion.
Here's my thing with Randy Orton and Kane, and man, did Eon ever stick his foot in his mouth on football last week about, this is gonna be a show stealer, blah, blah, blah. Bullshit, motherfucker.
Oh, that's gonna be an interesting point.
Shit! This match was boring.
Well, let me ask you this. What would you say was the best match other than the 3 most advertised?
None of them.
You're gonna get pissed off when I say this. It's either between the pre-show or the Divas match.
Yeah. Alex, I am right there with you. Right there with you.
That's ridiculous. I'm pretty sure the fans watching this video went, what the fuck is wrong with you?
The Divas were better than they were. I'm sorry. I was more entertained about the Divas than the fucking Intercontinental match, or the Rhodes Orton, or the Rhodes fucking, or what the fuck, Orton Kane, what the hell we're on.
Alex, if I may, my thing about it is, I find it so funny that Preston's saying this, because not only am I the exact opposite of him, I'd go as far as to say I think this match is underrated in a lot of circles. Kane to me looked very dominant in this match. I thought he got back to his monster roots because Orton just could not get that RKO hooked up. Time after time when I thought he was going to hit it on Kane and we have to see if Kane would kick out, no. Kane pretty much overpowered a good majority of Orton's offense. In fact, the only thing that was really quote-unquote vintage Orton was I believe he did get the DDT at one point.
He got the DDT once.
Oh, and he also did the around the back backbreaker.
Right.
I want to say one thing about this match again. My thing about this match is it's forgettable. And we're only 5 days removed from WrestleMania. It's forgettable. I don't remember anything other match.
The match is forgettable, but the finish isn't.
I was just going to say, I remember the finish and the whole sequence to the finish. That was great. I like the finish, but that's it. That's all I'm going to remember.
The program off the top rope was pretty sick. I'm not
gonna that was awesome. And again, to me, what this match did, it served its purpose. First of all, it gives Orton a tougher antagonist than what he's been dealing with throughout this year.
I've noticed people are complaining about Orton losing.
Are they? Why?
I've seen it. I'm just saying, I've seen it on YouTube and stuff, and on whatever. Orton, first of all, Kane needed this win. Kane has been chopping like a bitch as of late, and he needed a legitimate win to legitimize Kane again, and WrestleMania was it. First of all, Randy Orton...
It's Randy freaking Orton still.
Yeah, people were saying, Randy Orton's career's coming to an end because he lost to Kane, blah, blah, blah. First of all, I saw that from XBA. That's where I got that from, which I don't think is true, but okay. Sorry, but Kane has been my favorite wrestler in this company besides, 3 other guys. So, when Kane won, I was ecstatic. When Kane won, sweet! That's what I wanted to happen. So, I'm glad Kane won. I'm glad the ending... I just don't remember the match. I'm sure it was better than what I remember, but I have to watch it.
Here's my thing. I think this match suffered from following what happened at the
show.
That really is. That's what it was, because it had such poor momentum going into it.
Yep.
And John,
really.
what you said, you hit it right on the head. This match is underrated because it had to follow a match that people just put.
No, absolutely, Alex. I think people need to look at the purpose. WrestleMania isn't just the feud ender. Feuds end and begin, and we saw, another installation in this feud. I can't wait for their Extreme Rules bout. I know Preston said that the rumors going around that it would be a cage match. I hope not. I would kind of hope for more of a street fight.
That's what I want to, John. I don't want a cage.
Guys, how about this? How about an Inferno match?
That would be something.
Here's the thing. Kane's going to lose. That's the only thing with Inferno matches. They're predictable. That's my problem with Inferno matches.
I see where you're driving at now.
I like the idea of an Inferno match, but I haven't seen one in a long time.
Last man standing.
That I think, honestly, we've been far enough removed from our last man standing encounter, which was when?
Vengeance, which was like nearly a year ago. So.
Yeah, I think we've been far enough removed from that match that we can get it back again and we won't feel so tense.
Look how many times they repeat stipulations every year, so it doesn't
matter. Right.
So I say last man standing is a good stipulation. Whatever the hell they want to give it, I mean, it's fine with me. But I think Kane Orton was. I do agree with what John has said, but I just don't remember. So.
No, I can understand that. Again, Alex, you made an excellent point. I had to follow that match, which a lot of reviewers said is why it scored so well, because they were just so angry coming off of that match. But I look at it, and I'm so happy Kane got the win, because this re-established Kane as a monster.
That's what I said.
When he nailed that boot to Orton's skull, when he was hanging all over the ropes, I was like, ooh. You know, it's like, the only thing I wish Kane would go back to doing, which Undertaker did quite a bit in the Cell match, which we'll get to later, is sit up.
Yes, I love that spot.
I love the sit-ups.
We will talk a shitload about Hell in the Cell.
Oh, yes.
We will get to Hell in the Cell. Hold your fucking horses.
Hold your horses.
Hold it.
That is... Hold your horses were the horsemen. That's hilarious.
That is kind of funny, John. I didn't think about that.
But, Alex, that's all I really want to say about Orton Kane. I don't really want to come under fire, but I do think that match, and for obvious reasons, is underrated in quite a few circles. So I just want to put that out there.
So yeah, guys, Orton and Kane, decent match, underrated for what it was. So I think we can leave it on that note and go on to the Divas match. It was Maria, Menounos, and
Kelly. Cody Rhodes' Big Show was next.
It actually was, but let's just go ahead and just go over what we have on the agenda.
Okay.
So Divas match, Maria Menounos and Kelly versus Beth Phoenix and Eve Torres. From what I remember, it was a smooth match. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to cut you off. No, I've seen the typical white ABC reviews. This is shit, suck, balls, blah, blah, blah. First of all, okay, that's your opinion. I'm going to say you can't say it was shit, but I enjoyed the Divas match. I mean, sue me if I actually enjoy a Divas match. I mean, you know, first of all, some of the Divas matches last year were some of my favorite matches of the year, which, you know, people gave me shit upon shit for, which I don't care if you do. I enjoyed this match. Maria, whatever the hell her name is, I didn't remember anything she did. She didn't really impress me.
But, okay, let me ask you guys this. Do you guys notice something on Maria Menounos' tight during the match? Please tell me.
That is what everybody has said, that she had a makeup, or somebody said she shit her pants. I don't know what the fuck it is.
I heard
I didn't see it either, John. Of course, I was watching it on a shitty fucking stream, so I didn't have HD picture quality. But I didn't see it, so...
I didn't see this. I didn't know what everybody was making.
Now I'm willing to put money on that it was spray tan.
Because it was...
Yeah. I find it so funny that Maria Menounos came into the match and on that horrendous extra promo, he's like, well, maybe I'll show you some real moves. And it's like, yeah, try doing that with a broken rib.
Whatever the fuck else she had.
But despite the fact that she had a broken rib, I think she still worked pretty well.
I was thoroughly impressed with her ability to sell, because whether it was legit and she was really in pain or she was just selling, when she was crawling up the turnbuckles to get to the top rope, I was like, that was like, she was selling like a pro.
Exactly.
Like, it looked like she was in legit pain in her rib area, and the psychology of the match worked because Beth Phoenix and Eve were both working over the midsection.
The spots I liked in this match, I liked the double stink face. I thought that was cool. I liked the Kelly did a couple of big spots. The fucking thing she does the top rope was
the flipping senton. That was
senton, like, you know, Rey Mysterio there, awesome. Whatever the hell else they fucking did. It was I liked the flow of the match. It was one of the best.
That's a really good way to describe it, Preston. It did. That was like the big feature. It had really great flow.
It just flowed well, and it was. I would say one of the best, maybe one of the best Divas matches at WrestleMania, which there's not, you know, tons of great ones. I'd say probably put it in the top 5, maybe top 6, maybe somewhere in there.
Or at least one of the better Divas matches this year.
Here's the thing. It kept me enthralled. I enjoyed it. and I didn't think it sucked. So,
let's put it this way. It doesn't even need to be classified as one of the Divas matches. I'd say it's one of the best, matches where a celebrity actually worked.
Yes! Yes, it was better than Snooki. It was better than Snooki, bitch, last year. Fuck her. That shit sucked balls. Maria Menounos can actually fucking wrestle, whether you want to say she can or not. I know, we're giving a lot of time to the Divas match. Fuck it, I want to talk about this match. I don't give a shit. Where's the video? I'll talk about what I want. There you go. And she, is a legit fan of the product. She's not a Jersey Shore bimbo drinking slut. She's actually a fan of the product. She actually wrestled before. And I thought whatever the fuck you want to say, I don't care.
Here's my thing. I'm glad. Oh, wait, Ashton, what were you going to say?
No, I just said yes, sir.
No, I'm glad the faces won here. I mean, it was predictable, yes. I just hope that Eve and Beth can regain their momentum. And here's why I say that. Because we have to remember that the Raw before Mania, Kelly beat Eve with Beth Phoenix at ringside. So it almost was kind of like the whole Rock-Cena argument we had earlier in the year going into Survivor Series. It's like, why would Maria Menounos even need to show up if Kelly can take on one with the other one at ringside? But, Beth Phoenix getting pinned by the celebrity, your actual champion. I would have actually preferred if Eve ate the pin, but I knew Beth was going to.
That is the point I agree with. I would have rather have seen Eve lose, but honestly, Beth Phoenix losing, here's my thing. Beth is the most dominant Divas champion in forever. Her losing to Maria Menounos, to me, it isn't gonna be.
No, it's not gonna hurt as long as you bounce back.
Yeah, I agree.
And that's what I'm looking for here, because, it's a shame that we didn't, and I can't believe I'm saying this, but hell, Preston, you're you're a fan of certain Divas matches. I would have preferred, Preston, a Divas title match at Mania. Whether it was a rematch between Beth and Tamina, or we finally had Natalya just saying, I've had enough of your shit, Beth, and then they go at it, which I still hope they pull the trigger on sometime, please. But this was fine. Look, my point is this was harmless. I had no problem with it. I enjoyed it like you guys. I'm just saying for the sake of the heels, especially Eve, because they're really fleshing her out a lot more, and Beth because, because she's your champion, bounce back.
And here's my thing, it's WrestleMania. I don't expect it to be the heel fucking show, because it's fucking WrestleMania.
Yes,
so,
I think only 2 heels won on this entire card.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah, Laurinaitis and fucking Kane.
Yeah,
it.
It was really was a very face-heavy WrestleMania.
Can we move on to Intercontinental title now?
Yeah, I think we can go ahead to the IC Championship now. So, Big Show versus Cody Rhodes for the IC title.
I'm going to say it right now, I thought it sucked. I thought it was nothing worthy of WrestleMania. Big Show winning the Intercontinental title and acting like he just won the fucking World Heavyweight Championship. I was just like, what the fuck?
Hey, at least he celebrated better than Sheamus did. Come on.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. Like, fuck you, man. Like, seriously.
But I agree with you, Preston. They didn't gel very well. I was surprised that, I expected them to have a good match, but I just felt like Cody Rhodes was more of a star in this match than Big Show was.
Cody's amazing.
And again, the stigma from what happened in the first match kind of carried over to this match as well. It wasn't as strong as it was in Orton and Kane, but fans were still kind of, teed off of what happened in the first match.
Still pissed.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, the match itself, again, decent match. I didn't think it was a bad match, but...
I'm gonna say this. I don't think that this match mattered at all as far as the quality of the match. I think this entire build-up in this match was for one reason and one reason only, and that was to get Big Show his WrestleMania moment, and it succeeded at that.
Exactly.
And here's my thing. Winning the Intercontinental title is not, the biggest WrestleMania moment you can have, but, Big Show won a championship WrestleMania. I'm not going to downplay that. Here's my thing. It's forgettable. And I agree with good mic work. I agree with everybody else I've seen say this. This is the match you should have given 18 fucking seconds.
Exactly.
This is the match you should have had Bell, Cody, whatever, punch, Bell.
If you had to have a squash match, this was the match.
This was it. This was the squash match you should have had.
But at the same time, though, look at what the squash match did for Bryan.
True.
Yeah, really. That's what we got to keep thinking about, guys.
I agree, but I'm just saying, if you were going to do a squash match, this is what I would have done, but whatever. I'm going off of what I thought at WrestleMania.
And I can totally understand that, Preston. Here's my thing. See, Ashton me and him had it out about this match, because you guys know how pro Cody I am. I should not have to defend that stance up here. You guys know it. My thing was, for what it wasn't bad. I was just so happy to see the Intercontinental Championship legitimately return to WrestleMania, because even though Ray would go on to have an amazing reign, that match against JBL was not I mean, come on. You know?
And that's actually another reason as to why the Intercontinental Championship match being a squash match wouldn't have been a good thing, because we had that 3 years ago.
True.
And, my thing was, going forward, technically speaking, Big Show should have been disqualified because he speared Cody in the nuts.
True story.
True story, bro.
Here's my thing. Cody now is free, because I remember when we were talking about Dolph Ziggler's U.S. title reign, the term that me and Ashton coined that we love to use, cement shoes. It was beginning to feel like a pair of cement shoes for Cody. He's free to pursue the world title now.
Cody held that title for 8 months.
Yep.
8
This. Honestly, John, I don't feel like...
on August 7th.
They said 8 at WrestleMania.
Right.
No, I'm saying he won it on August 7th.
Oh, okay.
Honestly, John, you say cement shoes. I don't think it was quite there yet. I still feel like he could have done a lot more with that. But I agree with you that in terms of him moving on, he was kind of free for some type of shackles. Now he's going to bigger and better things, so I'm not pissed.
Well, they are going to have a rematch at Extreme Rules, which, it is the WrestleMania Revenge pay-per-view.
Of course.
That's why I want it to go back to being called Backlash.
I'm right there with you, but whatever. What stipulation I would put on this match, I really don't know, to be quite honest.
Tables.
Okay, tables. I don't know about that, but okay.
I think it would be very creative for Cody to try and see how he would get a 500-pound freak, through a table. So I would almost be intrigued. Here's my thing, though, guys. For Cody, he now has a greater purpose and a tougher challenge ahead, because I guarantee you, the next challenge Cody has, he said he wanted to save the Intercontinental Championship. In my opinion, I think he succeeded, because he passed on to a guy who I think is going to carry on that vision. Let's keep in mind, Big Show is a main eventer. Ashton said this when Randy Orton and Cody were feuding. When a main eventer holds a mid-card championship, it automatically raises its value.
Yep. Look at what Ray did.
Exactly. The second big task here that Cody has before him, and we're going to see how good this kid is, because he's going to be one of those guys that legitimizes the reign of Sheamus. Guarantee you in due time.
Yeah.
Will he be able to legitimize himself in the process? That's a sign of a great athlete. So this is going to be a real test for Cody Rhodes going forward, and it's one that I cannot wait to see, because that gentleman, that is good television.
Exactly. And to end this on a positive note, Big Show is officially a Grand Slam champion.
Yep.
Yes.
Yes.
Good for him.
And guys, when I found that out, I'm not gonna lie to you.
Piece of advice to anyone listening in on this: if you ever make a video with these guys, don't try and start chants. It doesn't work.
Unless it's my chance, of course, because that's
Yes! Sorry.
Sorry, yes.
If we start doing yes, it's gonna happen, trust me.
But yeah, guys, when Big Show first won the title, I was like, I don't know about that. But when I found out that he became a Grand Slam champion, I was happy, so.
I'm right there with you.
Yeah, seriously. But yeah, guys.
Just being happy the whole freaking time, because I knew it was good for him in the first place.
Let's move on to my match. My fucking match.
Okay, easy.
So, okay.
Easy. Take it easy. We're gonna get there.
I'm not taking shit easy. Fuck
I just want to make one statement real quickly. What was funny about this, by this time, guys, we already reached an hour in the show. So it was like, after an hour,
just bring that up too, yeah.
After an hour, we went through half the matches. So I was sitting here going, okay, what the fuck are we gonna do for 3 hours straight? We have all these matches. We gonna give each of the other matches like an hour and 40 minutes. It's a bit long, but anyways. We get into the Hell in a Cell match, which surprised me. I'm like, the middle of the show. Hell in a Cell. Really? Okay. So.
Alright. My dream match. My fucking WrestleMania match right here. This is the most important match to me ever since 22 at a WrestleMania. It just is. And this is the match I have wanted since forever. Taker Triple H Hell in a Cell. Now, it wasn't the match I expected, no, but again, I understand it is Taker's 47, Triple H's 40, whatever. We were not going to get Foley, Taker, Foley, fucking whoever showing.
Yeah, guys, if you expect him to come up the cage, to come up the cage, get thrown up top of the cell, go through a table, forget it. They're too old for that shit.
I knew that, but we got. I mean, first of all, Metallica's the theme song. I died and went to heaven. Okay, fuck Flow Rider, fuck Machine Gun Kelly, fucking Metallica at WrestleMania. Yes. Okay, fucking the entrances with Triple H and the fucking skull dome thing, which was awesome, and Taker with his LOD cloak thing, which was awesome, and Taker's haircut, which fucking ruled. The Cell was a nice visual, and it was a nice statement. I like they used the cell somewhat. They didn't use it a ton, but they used it somewhat. And
they really only used it at the beginning of the match.
Yeah, it was used for about 5 minutes. And then it went into overdrive. It was storytelling, it was weapons, it was brutal, it was just...
It was everything you could look forward to in a classic match.
Yes.
It had it all. I am so serious.
To me, this is one of the top 3 or 4 WrestleMania matches ever.
Yes, I am.
It is definitely in my top 5. I am not
kidding. It's my favorite WrestleMania match of all time. It is, without a doubt.
It was a classic, and I think the story in it was just fucking amazing. All three of them had a great performance in this match. I am telling you.
After the spine buster on the steps, it was a roller coaster.
That's it. It just took off. It was a fucking rocket ship to the top.
I mean, when Taker was getting the shit kicked out of him with the chairs, I agree with Good Mind Work and everybody else. When he was just beating him up, I'm like, can you just stop hitting him with the chair? Like, Jesus Christ, you're going to kill him. And that's why it was real. It felt like real. Because he's like, I'm going to beat the fuck out of you. I don't care. That's why I love Shawn in the match. And I know John was against Shawn, but dude, I tell you what, Shawn was that things in the match. When he was just like, don't do this and stopping and all the crap he did and the storytelling with Shawn as referee was just amazing. I know I'm rambling here, but I love it.
No, I agree with you, Preston. The way Shawn was used was great. Was magnificent. Yes. By the way, Jim Ross being on commentary helped this match.
I worked for Jim Ross
a million times over. I'm saying.
Thank you, God.
But both Jim Ross and Shawn Michaels helped tell the story so well. When Triple H was beating the hell out of Taker, Shawn Michaels told him, dude, he is not going to quit. Pin him, please. And then Triple H was like, well, you better stop this goddamn match. And to see Shawn Michaels go back and forth, should I end it? Should I stop it?
And Alex, I think one of the favorite point of that storytelling was when Triple H is on the outside of the ring, Shawn's on the inside, and Triple H yells, if you don't stop it, I will, and he gets the sledgehammer, and I'm like,
oh my God. Everything was just... Ashton, you talk about wrestling in-ring psychology. This match was like the epitome of it. Everything.
The apex. It was the apex.
It was the apex of wrestling psychology. Everything.
The spot where where Taker was down and then Triple H had the sledgehammer like point blank on his head, and he was gonna swing it and hit him in the head with it. I love that.
And then Shawn stopped him.
That spot, I'm like, dude, that's fucking awesome. I'm sorry, I could boast about this match forever. But
I find it funny that because last year the spot seen around the world where everyone had a collective gasp was the tombstone. This year it was the super kick pedigree.
Oh my God!
I thought it was over last year, but this year I legit like it's over. He's not kicking out. When he kicked out, I'm like, I jumped. I'm like, yes. And I popped more for this match than any other match on the card. I was up and down like 5 fucking times. It was amazing.
See, and I personally marked as far as like actually freaking out about pins more for the Jericho Punk match, but this match was miles better than that one as far as like, the overall story.
I think it really says something when you're watching a pay-per-view or any wrestling event for that matter. Your environment, I think, has such a big effect on how you view the show, and I was with a very emotional crowd. We were watching this, and we were just left in awe. We kept saying, what are we witnessing? What are we witnessing? And finally, one person just very eloquently said, history. We are witnessing history. I've always said I watched the sport for 11 years. There were points in this match I was legitimately disturbed because he just kept wailing on the back with the chair, and I said, Christ, you're going to kill him. What are you trying to do? You're going to kill him. And Shawn crying in the corner and just...
That was such an amazing visual.
Yes. And here's the thing with this match, and I want to bring up this point. Yes, there was blood, but guess what? There was no chair shots to the head. There was steps to the head, and there was sledgehammers to the head. There was no brutal chair shots like last year.
And none of the shots to the head were unprotected.
Right. And everything they did with this match, they showed you how you can make safe wrestling fucking violent.
Yep.
Yes.
And it was
Preston, honestly, that is the best possible soundbite you could have possibly said about this match, because that just wraps it up so beautifully. Because that's exactly what it is. And I look at it, guys, and the most iconic image for me was when Triple H, you knew Triple H was going to go down. I mean, you knew it was done. He tried to go for a final swing with the hammer. Undertaker catches it, and he just stares.
I love that.
Pours his eyes into Triple H's skull, and that image to me is iconic.
Yeah.
Because it's almost like a changing of the guard. Like, you had all the power, Now I'm ending it. I'm ending
and
it.
I love the spot where he hit him in the face and he just flung the sledgehammer.
What a statement.
I agree with Good Mike Burke when he brought that up, and he said the reason they probably had the cell there is so Triple H or Taker wouldn't have killed people with the fucking sledgehammer, because he threw that fucking thing out the fucking fifth row if the cell was not there.
It tells a great story, man. Because, again, WrestleMania 27, Taker couldn't leave on his own feet. To see him come back at WrestleMania 28 and get back his own dominance over Triple H.
Yes, you know what? After Triple H was kind of done with the barrage of sledgehammer and chair shots, Undertaker dominated this match.
Yes. And I love the defiant ending, the cross chop and the last swing, and Taker's like, fuck you, man. And he hits him with a sledgehammer in the tombstone. Shawn pins the 1, 2, 3, and it was one of the most amazing, breathtaking roller coaster matches I've ever. Yes.
If I just may add something to that, because I'm glad Preston brought that up. Here is why, because people are comparing this to 26 with Shawn Taker. Here's why I love this so much better. I hated 26. Everyone knows that, because I felt Shawn looked like a bitch. Slap, and then just so easily goes down. I know Shawn Michaels is Alex's favorite performer of all time. You know I love Shawn too, but that's just honestly how I saw it, Alex. Here's the thing with this match. Triple H at least tried to make a last effort, with a sledgehammer, no less. Yep. The idea that he tried with the sledgehammer to get legitimate offense, rather than just being defiant for the sake of being defiant, makes me okay with this ending. Because he tried to get legitimate offense, it did not work. He ate his own sledgehammer, and then he ate a tombstone. That's fine with me. With Shawn Michaels, it was almost like he was at the mercy of The Undertaker, and I hated that, because I feel like even at 28, even though it was a dominant, resounding ending, I can't say that Undertaker is better than Triple H. Yes, he got the win, but to me, they still look like equals. To me, balance of power in 26 was way off in the ending. I don't know how you guys feel about that.
And John, I understand where you're coming from. I personally love WrestleMania 26, the match. I love that match. I understand where you're coming from with the ending, but then again, it was the end of Shawn Michaels' career. That's how he wanted to go out. I have no problems with it. Again, understand, but motherfucker, they tore Houston down at 25.
No, they did.
When they had 26, I'm just like, dude, just do it again. They did.
I see it this way. WrestleMania 25 was the beginning. 28 was the ending. It told a great story. And
do you guys believe that? They did that over 4 WrestleManias.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Sorry.
You can give John Cena and The Rock a year of build or whatever, but when you get a 4-year build leading up to a match that was a 40-minute long match and that good, I mean, I'm sorry, but for anyone to say that match was anything but top 5 ever, they might have issues.
Yep.
That's just how it is. But
completely agreed. But guys, time to really, I guess I'll start this off because I want to get this out. The post-match.
Oh my God.
The recreation of the curtain call.
Yeah, which was amazing.
I teared up. We all, let me say something. The crowd I was watching it with, I was tearing up. And we all stood up and gave the match a standing O. We knew they wouldn't see us, but we stood up and we gave it a standing O anyway. Because it was...
John, this happened in the middle of my card game. We was playing cards while watching this match. When this match happened, we all just stopped playing cards, stayed glued to the TV. We didn't say a goddamn word until it was over. And we just said...
I didn't say shit either. Other than when I popped, I was just like this. Just glued to my computer screen.
For me, it was a combination of, oh my God, look at Taker's back. He looks like he's in so much pain. Marking and silence.
I'm right there with you. I think all 4 of us can say probably one of our favorite matches of all time. It is my favorite WrestleMania match of all time, other than 22. You guys know why.
It is top 3 for me.
Preston, this is the match that made me say this was the greatest WrestleMania of all time for me that I witnessed. And that's including people. That is including WrestleMania 20 where Benoit won the title. Holy shit. For you to do that.
That's John's statement. I'm not going to say that. I personally think WrestleMania 22, 26, 20 were better than this one.
You thought 26 was better than this?
Yeah.
What? Discuss that when we get to the end. Let's hold that off until we get there.
Trust me, the end is we're gonna have a big ass discussion on Roxy.
Oh yeah,
we're just gonna have one. Trust me.
But let me just end it like this. So first off, anybody got anything else they want to say about this match?
No.
Beautiful ending.
Fucking amazing
matchup.
Just.
You know what? It really makes me think I'm gonna miss I'm really going to miss Undertaker when he's gone. Because I'm used to Triple H and Shawn when Taker's gone, because he has that lingering presence, but not in an insulting way. In fact,
I am so happy that this is not The Undertaker's last match.
Yeah, honestly, even though it would have been the perfect retirement match, I think I agree with you, Eon. I feel like he still has more to give, and I think it was you, Eon, who said, if I may quote you, that it was like, he's a year older, but this matchup was better than last year.
It was.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, 27, while it was good, it didn't have this roller coaster effect to it, and it didn't have the spots. It had the spine buster through the announce table, but that was it.
To me, as far as the most recent 4 Undertaker matches, this one, then 25, then 26, then 27.
Definitely.
You thought this was better than 25?
Yes.
I agree with them. It was.
Wow! I'm sorry, I can't believe somebody was. I'm not going to go there. I'm going to say it's on par with 25. I just can't see anything beating 25.
Because here's my thing, Preston. 25 was absolutely amazing, but to me, there was almost no story involved in 25. It might have had good action.
Alex, I'm sorry, but Eon, I agree with you, but I'm just saying, I don't know, I think there was a story there. That's just me. I thought 25 and 28 were just as good. They're both amazing.
I just think the point I'm trying to make is that, this is the fine wine of our industry here is The Undertaker.
Yeah.
I look at it, and I think, each performance gets progressively better.
Taker gets better with age. It's fucking crazy. It's just wow.
You kind of have to wonder how much longer he's going to be around, because, if I were him, and I only had to work one match every year, and I got 10 months off out of the year, and got paid the kind of money he does, I'd stick around for another 10 years.
I don't want to wonder how long he's going to be around, because I'll be depressed. It's like, as I saw those guys walk up that ramp, and I get the idea that this might be the last time we see these 3 in the same ring at one time.
Oh, of course it is.
It's like, holy shit, man. It's
I just have to, let me put it this way. I want to know who he's going to be facing next year at WrestleMania 30, and then when he goes 25-0.
Here's my thing with The Undertaker's career. I think we need to take with it like we would if we were watching a movie. Nobody watches a movie with the popcorn and soda in hand saying, when is this going to end? They watch it thinking, man, this is great. I never want it to end.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So,
That's how I feel. That's exactly how I feel. I don't want it to end, but guys, the end of an era is the perfect title for this match. I feel like we will never, ever, probably ever get a match of this caliber in the next following years. I don't know.
And I'm sorry, you could have put whatever the fuck you wanted to put after this. It wouldn't have topped it, wouldn't have came close. I wouldn't even been that excited for it.
Actually, Preston,
why it was so brilliant that they put this meaningless 12-man tag right immediately.
Yeah, because first of all, I needed a break. I'm like, I gotta go to the bathroom.
Exactly, yeah.
I need to go get.
I was so drained after
I'm
this
like,
match.
thank God you put this 12-man tag because I don't give a shit. Boom, I was gone.
Yeah.
I missed the entrances, but I saw the whole match. I don't remember anything other than the 3 people flying over the road.
Yeah.
Other than that, I don't remember.
There's one other spot.
The ending.
One other spot I have to talk about, and that is Zack Ryder trying to hit a Rough Rider on The Miz, getting thrown over The Miz, and hitting it on Ziggler was amazing.
Oh yeah,
that was great.
That was awesome.
I know how Ziggler sells everything like death.
Yeah, exactly. And that's another thing I wanted to bring up. Ziggler took a super monkey flip where he did a 450, and that was awesome.
I love those supercells with those monkey flips. Those are awesome.
Dude,
yeah.
Awesome.
As a matter of fact, John, didn't Morrison used to do that as well?
Yeah, he did.
He never did a 450 though.
Actually, he did.
Did he?
He actually did.
I remember one time Ashton he did. I couldn't recall what the match was, but I do remember he did a flip that was Ziggler-esque.
Sure, it was against Kofi Kingston because he's the only one that ever actually uses monkey flips anymore.
Right. So to me, I really Ziggler shined in this match. In fact, I would call him the star, even though Miz was the one who got the pin. Pinning irrelevance really doesn't do anything for me.
Wow.
So.
Woo! Just buried the stars right in the road. Ching! Sorry.
No, to me, Ziggler was the star here because even though it wasn't the
actually, John, it's really, really sad, but I'm going to say it. I feel like if anyone was the star of this match, it was Eve Torres.
I won't go that far. I don't think it was that bad.
Here's the thing.
Let's stick with
Here's
Ziggler.
the thing with this match.
Ziggler
I knew who was going to win. That's what happened. I don't give a shit.
Honestly, Preston, exactly. That's how I felt going into this match. after Taker versus Triple H Hell in the Cell, I was like, whatever match followed it, I don't give a shit.
I did think this match was better than I think what people were expecting it to be. It wasn't a complete clusterfuck. I actually enjoyed it. I feel like it was
match. Yeah. But
it was the perfect match to come down from because I was so drained. I was just passed out on the couch. I'm like, I can't. So I had to wait, for a few matches to go by.
Like, you just ate too big of a Thanksgiving dinner, and you just can't.
Exactly. And I wanted to get my energy back for Punk Jericho, so I thought this match was perfect. But no, it was a fun match. I enjoyed watching Booker T get winded. I enjoyed watching Ziggler suffer like that. Eve Torres is...
That's my boy Booker T. He got blown up.
See, Booker, this is why you need training wheels on your bicycle, okay?
Doggy woof woof.
Oh my God, Booker T just got married in 0.5 seconds.
But guys, the right person went over, the right team went over, Team Laurinaitis. He is now the new evil corporate GM of both shows.
Yeah, and that white dude who was
line of evil corporate dipshits. Awesome.
Oh, and by the way, I do want to point something out. As soon as Sheamus and Big Show won their respective titles, you should have known that the GM on their show had to become a heel.
Yeah. Seriously.
Oh yeah, that's true.
That's true.
I didn't think of that one, but Eon proves me wrong again.
The anti-shooter, baby.
That is
wow. Thanks for that.
When the Marks lose their way, he puts them back on track. You wrote
their time praying.
You wrote it for Teddy Long after the Faces won their championships, you Marks.
Oh my God, why are we burying people?
Anyways, after the match, Torres came in, kicked Zack Ryder in the balls, got her WrestleMania moment. I just laughed my ass.
Moment. I'm not even to call it that. It was a WrestleMania.
I used that with such sarcasm, by the way.
Yeah,
look, guys, everybody knows that one of the greatest pleasures I have in my life, besides worshipping David Otunga, is watching Zack Ryder fail. This match allowed me the opportunity to do both. So this was a
5-star classic for John.
This was a 5-star fucking classic.
Here's my thing, guys. I think the one thing that this angle failed to do, but then again, maybe I just hate Ryder so much. But can you guys agree that the way they did this, it was really hard to garner any kind of sympathy for Ryder? Because honestly, Cole's commentary said it best the following night. Eve comes out. She openly admits that she used men, that she has this arrogant aura about her, and he comes running back to her. Granted, she is hot. I'm not saying she isn't. But, how am I supposed to sympathize with a guy when I feel like Trish Stratus, Christian, and Chris Jericho did it so much better?
Because he had no idea that Trish would do it. It was like she was...
Yeah.
Here's the thing. Eve Torres has already dumped this dipshit once. He did it twice.
Exactly. It's like he's the only guy on the entire roster that doesn't actually watch the product.
I don't know. She told me once. He's going to go do it again.
Ashton, what's the running joke that you and I have between us, Ashton? Eve, I noticed you've been kind of acting really mean backstage. Have you turned heel? Oh, Zack, I'm tweener with you.
It's just like, what the fuck are you thinking? But, whatever.
But see, thank you, Preston, because that just proves my point. With Christian Jericho, honestly, I almost felt like Trish was justified in her betrayal, because let's not forget, Jericho had a bet going with Christian for $1 Canadian that he could sleep with her. So when she did that, you're almost like, yeah, I know she's a heel, and I know Jericho kind of changed his ways, but you can't blame her. So Eve Torres, Zack Ryder, it's just, this angle, I think, was executed so poorly. If their intent was to build sympathy for Zack Ryder as a face character as the guy gets dumped by the girl he always wanted, I felt this was executed horrendously, because you have the woman come out...
This is a moron!
Well, yes, and because you have her come out and pretty much openly admit, I'm the villain! I've been reading apparently he said on his Twitter, he wants a new diva. That'll add an interesting dimension to it. We'll see if Eve gets jelly. Because
how sad is it, though, that he leaves it up to his followers to pick a new girlfriend for him?
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, I just wanted to get that out there, guys. And I think we've said all we wanted to say about this match.
Well, I can
Punk Jericho!
The second best match of the card, in my opinion, the WWE Championship match between Chris Jericho and...
Best in the world!
It's clever times!
To determine who's the best in the world. By the way, John Laurinaitis, before the match, who now has power over both shows, told CM Punk if he lost by disqualification, he would lose the title. I feel like that was a good way to add more More drama.
It added more drama, and it added more, spots and stuff to the match, so I'm glad they did that. So, yeah, I agree.
Seriously, because throughout the fucking match, Jericho was insulting his parents again. He was like, how about your dad, Punk? How about your sister, Punk?
I'm like, dude, you're trolling during a match. You're fucking epic. Sorry.
Yeah, Chris Jericho is I think the best troll in the WWE right now.
He Jerry trolled the fuck out of Punk during the match. It was fucking awesome. But overall, guys, great match. Loved it. Lots of crazy spots in this match.
The first thing I really want to talk about here, I felt like up until a certain point, and I want to kind of talk about that point then, but for right now, I'll just say up until a certain point, the crowd was dead, and then all of a sudden, CM Punk went for a Frankensteiner on the top rope, and Jericho countered into a walls, and people freaked out, and everyone was invested from that point on. Everyone. That one spot completely changed the crowd 180.
Yes, man.
I love the clothesline to the floor. That was awesome.
Yes.
I love the code breaker off the ropes. That was sweet
as well. That was awesome.
And he brought back the Lion's Tamer.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I love the Lion Tamer whenever he does it. Like he did.
I'm gonna say this, and I never thought I'd see the day that I actually would do this, but on Twitter, when he had that locked in, I came right out on Twitter and said, Punk needs to tap now.
Wow.
How wrong was I? That's one of the few times that I actually like that I was wrong.
It was a great moment in the match. I actually thought he was gonna tap too. I'm like, there is no fucking way that he's gonna get out of that because it was like cinched in so well. It was like dead center in the ring, and I was like,
the counter wrestling at the end of this match. Oh,
the sequence at the end was amazing.
It was amazing in my opinion. I love when you go to walls, vice, pin, vice. What the hell? It was too many counters for me to remember.
It was awesome.
Yeah. And then Punk wins with the Intercontinental device. I'm so happy that that's how the match ended because that's how I wanted it to end. That's how it ended. Punk retained. I would Dan troll, but I'm not.
Anything you want to say about this, bro?
Well, let me put it to you guys like this. After really thinking about it, the WWE Championship has come home. I think after a long absence as the championship, it's finally come home.
Yep.
And yes, it's a combination of what happened earlier in the night, but honestly, guys, I think even if they did have that 10 to 15 minute matchup, and regardless of who won that, it wouldn't have mattered for me. I feel like this is the match where the WWE title came home, and the ending sequence sent shivers down my spine because all I could think about was Angle Benoit, ankle lock to crossface, and them fighting for position of German suplexes over each other. That's what this, ending sequence has really resonated with me. It was fabulous. I honestly, it was so weird because when the disqualification stipulation got added, I was like, oh, shucky ducky shit, because Punk is gonna drop the championship. So it got me really nervous, and the way they played that stipulation up, it wasn't obnoxious.
I love the chair spot. Spot was awesome where you used the chair. I love that spot.
I didn't mean to cut you off there, Preston, but one thing I wanted to add about the stipulation is I think it made the WWE Championship even more valuable in itself because Punk put the title before his pride.
Yep.
And that just shows you how much it meant to him. He knew being a long-term champion was greater than short-term gratification because Jericho was going to heal from any damage that Punk did to him with that chair. Punk would not be able to recover emotionally from losing the championship at WrestleMania, and they let you know that. And the idea that he got a submission victory over Jericho was perfect. I agree with Preston. It was the ending that needed to happen. Preston, what did you want to say? Because I really didn't mean to cut you off there.
I don't have anything really to say. Just honestly, like I said, second best match of the show. Yes, the WWE title is the most prestigious belt in the company right now, without a doubt.
Yep.
And we'll get to the other Punk Jericho stuff when we get to the Raw discussion. But this match was awesome. I'm glad Punk won. I was so happy that happened. Punk got his like I said, Punk's already had WrestleMania moments. He's won 2 Money in the Banks of the show. Let's not forget that. But this was his true big celebration WrestleMania win.
So far.
But
I do want to say this too before we move on. Going into this match, and John, you might get on me for this. I wanted Chris Jericho to win from CM Punk because Ashton would agree with me. It's always good when the babyface is chasing the antagonist. However,
No, wait a minute. It's always good when the babyface is chasing the antagonist going into a big pay-per-view for a blow-off. Not coming out of one.
Okay, but you knew where I was going with that anyway. But that's what I wanted, pretty much. But what we got, I was completely fine with. And thinking about it now, that was the best way to go with it. I do think CM Punk winning at WrestleMania was the best thing that happened for this feud, because what we got on Raw was fine within itself, and also for the simple fact that I don't think there was a better way they could have ended that match, in my opinion. So, go ahead, John.
And Alex, I can understand your sentiments, and here's where I'll agree with you, because I've actually heard rumors that this feud is supposed to continue through the Bash.
Yep.
And
John, there's no such thing as the Bash.
Well, wait, what was the... Oh, no, I'm thinking Over the Limit, I'm sorry. Over the Limit. I don't know why I keep thinking of that pay-per-view. I know it used to exist.
Yeah,
like Backlash.
Back in the day.
Back in the day.
In my day, we had a great you know, so if Punk was to drop it at Extreme Rules Jericho, I'd honestly be cool with that. I just knew that Punk needed this moment as WWE champion, because this was the match. This was the match where the title came home. And even if Jericho did win at Extreme Rules, it would not lose its spot. I think the WWE Championship is going to find its way back home and stay there for quite some time. And depending on what Sheamus does, maybe even longer. Yes, Preston?
The stipulation I would put on Extreme Rules is this stipulation. Barroom Brawl. I think them bringing back the Barroom Brawl match from Vengeance 2003 would be a good reason. And here's why. Because of the stuff with Punk and his straight edges and then what we got on Raw Monday. I think that match would be fitting. It would be a different match, something we don't get very often. And, you know, you make it Falls Count Anywhere.
Honestly, that sounds like a match that CM Punk would want, the character.
Right, that's what I'm saying. That's why I thought of it.
Yeah.
And I think I'm not saying they will do that match. That's my fantasy looking kind of deal, but I think it'd be cool.
Honestly, Preston, that's actually quite good. The more I think about it, no, I'm genuinely impressed, because the more I think about it, I mean, you think Ballroom Brawl, it's normally like a fun-sounding match, but to know that it would have...
No, not fun. It's going to be a fucking...
Yeah, and that's my point, though. The idea that you make it with such magnitude is for the WWE title. It's almost kind of a shame that we know it's not going to happen, because it has the story. It actually tests the...
It's too fucking good for WWE.
Yeah, it's
good.
fucking good.
I'm too good.
Yes.
It's too fucking good. That's just it.
But no, I like that idea. I hope whatever their match is, it's going
to be something brutal. It's going to be like an I Quitter. It's going to be a fucking fight. Let me just say that. It's not going to be some little bullshit, full rope or strap or cage. No, it's going to be, fucking hardcore or something.
Honestly, you know what match I would like, simply based on their ending sequence at WrestleMania? I would like an Ultimate Submission match. It has been forever since we've seen a match like that.
Wow, that's fantastic. I like that.
But what we got on Raw, I want blood. I don't want...
Right.
That's my thing. I want...
Preston, I can totally understand that. Again, you're going off the basis of Raw, which I totally get, because it was amazing, and I can't wait to really actually fully discuss that. I'm just going off the ending sequence at Mania,
right?
Or even just a regular submission match. But then again, with Jericho tapping out, it's kind of a giveaway. So I think Ultimate Submission...
it's just kind of...
It's either Ultimate Submission or Iron Man. I like both of those two.
I say do Iron Man and Over the Limit.
Yeah.
That'd be...
Do the blood match at fucking Extreme, do Over the Limit, or Iron Man Over the Limit.
The possibilities
are endless.
They're so good. Look at the possibilities we're coming up with. But to kind of bring it back, even though I love Fantasyland and the cotton candy is only legal in 5 states, if anybody has anything they want to say about this match, or are we all done?
Do we have to talk about Brodus? Can we just skim right past that?
I just want to
talk about it.
Talk about that.
John, tell your story, because I want to... This
is my favorite segment of WrestleMania. Simply because a friend of mine, who coincidentally enough is also named John, fucking raged. It was, as soon as the music hit, he's like, no, fuck you, you fucking jobber, fuck you. He gets up. He gets up from where he's sitting. He goes to the other room simply to fulfill the purpose of banging his head on the wall. He comes back. And then this is where my trolling came out full force, because if you guys think I'm a dickbag to all of you, you did not want to be this guy that night. Because he keeps cussing up his friends like, fuck this, fuck that, Brodus jobber can kiss my ass, the Barney the dinosaur piece of shit. Just totally going on. Then when he calms down, I real gently just put my hand on his shoulder, and I'm like, I real gently put my hand on his shoulder, and I'm like, do you want to call your mama?
That is so awesome. Again, I ranted on this before. Fuck this shit. Move on.
I think all we need to say about this one.
Okay.
I just wanted to share that story. Oh, and I also poured in his wounds. When he calmed down again, I'm like, and how does it make you feel? This got more time than Sheamus Bryan. I got him Bryan.
Woo! Drive her home. Right.
I swear, guys, honestly, Hell in the Cell may have been the most violent match for the competitors. This segment was the most violent one for me. I swear, I thought we were going to have a case of dying from laughter on our hands. My ribs ached.
I felt the exact same way. I watched this segment and I told myself, they took away from the World Heavyweight Championship. Brodus Clay, 10 minutes of death with his mama and everybody else's mama.
When the first mama came out, my friend was like, of course they'd have big asses. You can land a plane on that ass.
Okay, let's move on, please.
Let's move on to this bullshit meaningless segment.
Okay. Let's calm down. Get down a little bit. Main event time, guys. Once in a lifetime.
Hopefully.
The Rock versus John Cena. What was it? Machine Gun Kelly came out and performed for Cena.
Here's my thing with the performances. I listened to Machine Gun Kelly, I muted Flow Rider, put on Master of Puppets. I don't need to say anything else.
Pretty much. Okay. I didn't really care.
Cena comes out in his Celtics shirt. I kind of knew when Cena came out in the Celtics gear. I'm like, he's probably going to lose.
It wasn't his Celtics shirt, it's just the colors.
It's Celtics kind of.
Might as well be.
It's Celtics kind of deal. You know, it's just whatever. That's what I'm going to call it. And then
I was under the impression that he had just gotten sponsored by Starbucks.
Okay,
my God, David Otunga, John Cena faction.
Hey, it's a former tag champs.
I just died a little inside. Okay, but okay, it's Celtics colors. But who cares? He's from Boston. It's Celtics colors. Move on. Okay, Rock came out to an amazing pop, and Rock's entrance was awesome. Then the match. Okay. I'm not the only guy, but I'm one of the only that thought this match sucked. I don't think it sucked. I retracted that statement before, I'm going to retract it again. It was not great. And, I had, whatever the fuck happened on my video that I made, I said it sucked, and people ran down WrestleMania main events and say whatever about me because I thought it sucked. Well, everybody has their own opinions. And here's my thing with this match. I knew it was not going to be a fucking, classic. I knew it wasn't going to be wrestling. Like, was it?
Wrestling Clinic.
You think it was going to be a 5-star.
You got it. Okay.
Match.
Because here's my thing. You hype this thing up so much. Biggest WrestleMania of all time. The biggest match ever. The biggest match of all fucking history.
Main event in WrestleMania.
Yeah, like, come the fuck on. It's not that.
Very well may have been.
No.
1.9 million buys.
Okay, but that doesn't mean it was the best.
No, I didn't say best. I said biggest.
Oh. True. I'll give you that one.
1.9 million buys, nearly 80,000 people. That is the biggest live crowd that the WWE has had since WrestleMania 3.
No.
Yeah.
Ford Field had a bigger crowd than that.
When was that?
27? Or no, 23, excuse me.
No, it didn't.
That did.
It didn't. No, it didn't.
Wait, hold on. Let me think about it. Because honestly, Preston, it's funny you say that because I know it wasn't with any of you guys, but I was thinking to myself, was that the biggest WrestleMania crowd? Well, since 3. But
you know what? 23. Okay, in order, starting with the most, it went 3 with 93,000, 23 with 80,000, and then 28 with I think it was like 78,000.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, that's
that in itself, and the fact that they didn't have a freaking Donald Trump.
True.
Speaks volumes.
True. I mean, they had Hell in a Cell, Taker, Triple H, Punk, Jericho, Rock, Cena.
Right, but people that aren't wrestling fans didn't care about that.
Right, okay.
Yeah, I think that's the point trying to make. But I mean,
I agree. But okay, here's my thing with Rock, Cena. They had some nice chain wrestling to start it off, but then it tanked. It tanked for me. Cena carried this match. Cena was the reason this match was what it did.
You know what, Alex? I actually agree with Preston on this. And I know
Alex is making all kinds of.
I think you guys just stabbed Alex twice. I think you just
Explain yourself, please. Explain yourself.
Explain yourselves? Okay.
I thought you told him to hang themselves.
No. I'm just joking. Go ahead.
Preston, is it alright if I take the wheel on this?
Yes, dude, you can take your wheel. Yes.
Okay. The Rock had one great moment, and that was at the very beginning when they did the test of strength, and Cena pushed him so hard that he did a backflip. That was his only truly athletic moment in this match. His selling has gotten so off, it's not even funny. When, I think it was Snapmare, Cena went to a syndrome.
I'm gonna fucking die because of Alex over there. Oh my god.
No, Ashton, please finish your statement because I have a lot to say.
Let me talk, let me finish.
Please.
Cena snapmare to The Rock, and The Rock almost landed on his head. Okay? Just to give you an idea of how much, as far as the athleticism and the overselling that he made famous, he's not as good at that anymore. The Rock had a great match, but John Cena, as far as making the other guy look amazing, blew him out of the water.
Okay, Ashton, wait, time out. I am going now, fuck that. Ashton, I am so sorry, but I completely disagree with you. The Rock carried that match like a bitch. He was stellar in that match.
No, he did not.
Everything he did.
I understand why he's saying this. Alex, I understand why you're saying this. You're saying this because The Rock had the most offense, but when it comes down to having the offense, the other guy needs to be selling for you in order for it to be.
Even the offense, Ashley. It was the fact that he sold like a fucking pro for Cena when he was doing to him.
Oh, okay. Here's my thing. This match was not intense. There was no emotion in this match other than the crowd that I felt.
Well, and to me, the crowd is really all that matters.
And also, do you guys remember that one spot when John Cena came off the top rope? He did the leg drop to him, and The Rock hit his fucking dome on the ropes, not on the ropes, on the fucking mat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you also remember the time when when Cena had him in the fucking headlock, he went to the old school, drop his two arms twice, and then brought him back up?
STFU, he shouldn't have fucking slept. He shouldn't have been doing a sleeper, okay? That's my thing. And you want to talk about submissions? Rock did 2 of the worst sharpshooters I've ever seen.
Okay, sharpshooters, I'll give that to you. The Rock always does crappy sharpshooters.
And another thing I want to talk about this is because there is so much tension between Rock and Cena. They want to rip each other's heads off. This match did not feel like the fucking definitive end of all fucking we want to kill each other match. This did not have that in it. That's my problem with it, and not my only problem, but it's one of the problems I had with it. This did not feel like the match it should have felt like. Because they had, the trash talking and the compound bitch and the via satellite and all the fucking shit they did over the fucking year. This did not feel like it should have.
It didn't feel like a 5-star classic.
Now, wait a minute, Preston. You say it didn't feel like it should have, but to me, this match had no reason to be a street fight. This match had no reason to be
calling for a street fight.
No, just let me clarify. This match had no reason to feel like a blood feud match ending because realistically it's not. These guys didn't even touch up until now. If they had fought multiple times and were even and this was the blow off, yeah, sure, I expect them to want to rip each other's heads off, but this to me wasn't as much about trying to kill each other as it was just trying to prove who's better.
And honestly, the match did exactly that, and I felt the right person went over in this match. Honestly. I think The Rock beating Cena was the best way to go with it. One, because nobody expected it to come. Let me tell you something. When The Rock pinned John Cena, I marked the fuck out for the simple fact, oh my god, I was going for John Cena to win this match from day one.
And here's my thing. The reason I like The Rock winning is because it makes Cena vulnerable. Which has been sorely needed.
Yes, absolutely.
The only thing I don't like the kind of other little nitpick I have is some people are saying it seemed like the Attitude Era was better than this era, which I'm just kind of I don't know how I feel about that. But and then again I saw some people say all the other big matches like Rock, Hogan, Andre Hogan Warrior, all those pass the torch kind of matches. This didn't really do that. I'm saying in the victory, This didn't do that because Rock won. But again, Cena winning, man, I don't know how I would have felt.
And that's kind of the problem. If John Cena would have won, it wouldn't have changed a single thing. Everyone that hates him would have hated him more. Everyone that loves him would have loved him more. But The Rock winning completely shifts every dynamic because A, it makes Cena look more selfless. B, it makes Cena look more vulnerable. And C, it makes all the Attitude Era fans cream their pants because The Rock.
I agree.
And D, it gives Cena more room to work for because now he has a reason to work harder. Okay, I couldn't beat The Rock, so now I have to come back and try it again. To tie on to what Preston was saying, Preston, I agree with you. This was not the classic or the great match that WWE is pumping it up to me, but it was a good match. It was thank you, Ashley. It wasn't meant to be. It was a very good.
As such. That's my deal. If it's not gonna be what you're hyping, then don't hype it that because that's bullshit.
That's how WWE does.
Hype it to be like a 5-star technical match.
I knew it wasn't gonna be a 5-star technical match, but WWE is hyping this match like it's gonna be the best match of all fucking time.
No, stop! No one ever said it was gonna be the best. They've been saying it's gonna be the biggest, and it arguably was.
But
I understand what you're saying. Maybe I'm just trying to interpret it differently. Maybe that's
no, Preston. The way you interpret it is completely understandable. I felt the exact same way. But like I was saying, the match itself wasn't horrible whatsoever. It was a very good match.
I agree. It wasn't horrible. It was I don't want to say it was shit because it wasn't shit.
Yeah, let's get that straight, guys. This was a very good match.
It's good.
Trust
but
me.
It was one of the 2 best matches on the card.
I say WWE title Hell in a Cell was far better than this. And
I personally love the WWE title match, but as far as crowd reaction, Cena Rock was better.
And I'm not that big on the crowd.
Yeah, Ashton, I'm sorry. This was the 3rd best match.
But the crowd is all that matters. The crowd reaction is all that matters.
That's not okay.
You have your own mind. You have your own perspective. I think that match was 3rd. I thought.
I'm right there with you, Alex. I'm sorry. The crowd. Yes, the crowd matters, but not to me in terms of a...
Okay,
I won't say it matters to me.
Subjective. I see what you mean.
Yes, subjectively, it was the 3rd best match, but we're gonna go by...
You know what? Subjectively, I completely agree. To me, subjectively, my personal thing, because I knew Taker was winning, I thought that Jericho Punk was the best match. I was the most invested in that just because I didn't know who was gonna win. And
here's the thing with Taker Triple H. I thought Triple H was gonna win at one point.
Me too.
So, I was on the edge of my seat on that match just because of how they did it. I mean, in the back of my head, I always think Taker's winning, but when they bring up those little moments of, oh shit, the streak's ending, it just feels...
The super kick pedigree?
Yes. Yeah. I fucking lost my shit at that. But, I agree. Rock winning, I thought was great because it was a shock ending. Like, I like the fact that Cena went for his somewhat called version of a people's elbow that looked like fucking shit.
That was such a heel moment.
I was looking like terrible. The way he was doing his arms, like, what the hell?
Well, I mean, you could clearly tell that he was mocking The Rock.
I agree. I like how The Rock kept up, rock bottom boom. I like the ending.
Did he kip up? I thought he just got up. I didn't think he
kipped up.
I thought he kipped up.
Well, let me restore some order to this insanity. First of all, crowd's not important, and we all know the most important thing is the build. The build. Everyone's got to hear the build. It makes this the greatest match in the motherfucking world.
John, we're sorry for not giving you the ball here, but look, the floor is yours. Please say something now.
No, Alex. My thing is, look, it's like me and Ash said on Twitwell. Clearly, this is going to be a torch-passing series, if not WrestleMania 28, clearly 29, or potentially, I guess, SummerSlam. I don't know what they're going to do with 29 at this point with Lesnar, which we're going to get to on Raw. You know, it's either you're going to do it right then and there, or you're going to make a more intricate web. That's what we said on Twitwell. As far as the actual match, love the chain wrestling at the beginning. My mouth kind of dropped a little bit seeing it. I didn't expect that from those two guys. The middle kind of slowed down for me. The ending picked up in a big way. And I'll tell you why I like the People's Elbow spot at the end. Because, you know, first off, Cena, you could see the doubt in his eyes when Rock kicked out of the second attitude adjustment, especially the way Cena nailed it. I mean, just an emphatic attitude adjustment. And then when he goes to the People's Elbow, you know, it's a smug moment. Like I have in the, it's pretty, really to me what that says is, I'm dominating him to the point where I can do whatever I want. Because I don't think you'd go for something like that unless you were absolutely sure you had that guy right where you wanted.
Yep.
So to me, that's Cena saying, I'm dominating you right now, I'm going to do whatever the hell I want. And when it backfired, and I think the most telling part of this match wasn't even what they did in the match, it was the focus on Cena as he's just sitting on the rampway, just looking at the winner.
Jerking off.
Really?
Wow.
Even though clearly we could see that's what he was doing if we pay close enough attention.
By the way, let me put this tag in really quickly, guys. On this pay-per-view, John Cena, Randy Orton, and Triple H, the people who are referred to as the Breakfast Club, they all lost at this WrestleMania. Definitively. No bullshit. Straight up, cleanly lost.
To three men who are all over 40, so who cares?
and to me, I mean, this is a, if anything, this is a Brothers of Destruction-esque WrestleMania. Both Kane and The Undertaker getting wins. But, Rock Cena, to me, I enjoyed it. You know what I think the problem was, guys, and maybe this is just me making excuses, I was still reeling from Hell in a Cell, even going into this match. I wasn't fully brought back down yet. So I think even the Hell in a Cell...
Hey, here's my thing, John. I think when you put the best match on the card in the middle of the card, everything else is just kind of be like, yeah, you're not going to touch that match, sorry.
It kind of hurt the rest of the matches, though, Preston. I agree with you. After the Hell in a Cell match, it just kind of felt like everything else following it was like...
What the fuck are you going to do to touch that? Nothing.
For me, Preston, it's not even really a matter of... Even though I totally understand where you're coming from, for me, it's not really a matter of perception or how I'm going to perceive this match when it's stacked up against that match. It's just the amount of energy I'm able to bring to it and how much I'm able to care. Because I was still slumped on the couch. I'm thinking, somebody get the friggin' spatula and just peel me off, please, for the love of God. You know, it was a good match. The sharpshooters were horrendous, and I gotta say, I cringed watching them. The STF, I was actually okay with that. I didn't really see what the big stink being made of was for that spot.
Well, no, here's the problem, John. The problem is it's a face lock, not a sleeper. So why?
It's not a sleeper hole.
So why is The Rock selling it like it's putting him to sleep?
Because he's passing out from the pain. Because
I
said that. Because he's passing out from the pain.
Remember when Brock Lesnar had the block lock, and Chris Benoit has moves like the crossface. I mean, you can pass out from the pain. I think I've even seen people pass out from like ankle locks and shit. I thought Punk was going to pass out from the Lion Tamer personally because I knew he wasn't going to tap out.
Well, yeah, infamous fucking sharpshooter 13. Awesome.
Bret Hart, Austin, yeah.
Same thing else. So exactly. I agree. I understand.
But they played that off though, like you passed out from a combination of the pain and blood loss.
Okay, I was making a.
Oh, dude, I completely understand where you're coming from. I guess my problem with the Rock passing out from the STF is that it's never happened before.
Right.
Like, why is it that all of a sudden now The Rock shows up?
He passed out from sharpshooters.
He has like a special weakness.
So, yeah.
Because, obviously, the STF has been known to make people tap out. I had never seen anybody who was put in the STF.
The only person I've seen pass out was Umaga, and that was with a friggin' ring rope.
Yeah. So it's either tap or pass out, and I guess...
So I guess apparently The Rock has a major artery in his face that cuts oxygen off his brain.
This is classic Rock, Ashton. He always does shit. And most of
I was just like, shoot him down! Sorry.
I know. He always does this.
I just would have loved it if, like, Cena was talking trash, it was like Rock was passing out. What do you guys say now? Who's the Fruity Pebble now, bitch?
John, I would have loved if they would have incorporated that shit into the match. I think I would.
Like what, trash talking?
Yes.
Fuck yeah.
That's one of the things that made Taker Triple H so great is you could hear what they were saying in the ring. You could hear people say, "End it or I will," and you could hear what they were saying. It was great.
Loved it. They should have done that with Rock Cena. I think I would have loved it like 10 times more.
Yeah.
That's just me. I'm gonna give it the same score I gave it when I reviewed it, 8 out of 10.
I'll say it like this, guys. To me, when I think about WrestleMania 28, I don't think once in a lifetime. I think the end of an era. And I felt like...
And Alex, right there with you, and I'm going to say this right now. This is not, in my opinion, one of the greatest WrestleManias of all time. This is not my top 5. It was good.
But it is one of the better WrestleManias we've ever seen.
Yes, I agree.
Trust me. I will not say this is the greatest WrestleMania of all time, but I'm definitely going to say if I was ranking this in the top 10, it would be on the list.
Same.
Speaking for me personally, as a fan who consistently views the product 52 weeks in the year, for me personally, this was the greatest WrestleMania of all time. I thoroughly enjoyed this because, bullshit aside, what you knew was going to delivered in a major way. And that Hell in a Cell from the crowd to the tears I shed afterward post-match, it was one of the most emotional things
It was
I have ever witnessed.
everything I expected and more.
Yeah.
I was just so happy that that's what it delivered.
Yeah.
Because you give me the dream match, you give me the song, you give me the place, you give me the stipulation. I don't need anything else. And you give me one of my favorite WrestleMania matches. Hell, one of my favorite matches ever. Thank you.
Definitely.
I want to say that from a combination of actual, personal, thorough entertainment and enjoyment, combine that with, as far as, positive everything as far as the business goes. Because, you get 1.9 million buys. This is the highest grossing WrestleMania ever. And it's the third largest crowd in WrestleMania history. It would be extremely difficult to argue that this isn't the best WrestleMania of all time.
That's not what I base my wrestling off of, so yeah.
Even said, including personal entertainment and enjoyment, including what I saw personally on my TV screen.
Well, hell, if we're going off that note, 25 is my favorite ever, because I had the most fun watching 25 live.
That's you.
Right. So, yeah, okay. It's personal. I agree.
What Ashton's saying... Sorry, Ashton, if I can take it from here. I think what Ashton is saying makes a lot of sense. And personally, based off of the business perspective and the fan perspective, I completely understand why anybody would say this is one of the best WrestleManias of all time. Because, yes, it did draw a lot of eyes to the product. It did have a lot of big-time matches. And to me, hey, if you say this is the best WrestleMania you've ever seen, I am not going to shit on you for that. I completely understand it. That's just a view.
I'm right there with you. If you say it's the best ever, hey, my best fucking friend of all time just said that, and I don't...
Yeah, for me, guys, it's just... And maybe, I will say this, guys, just so everybody understands me. That is at least 90 to 92% due to the Hell in a Cell. That match was so spectacular that, for me, it offset any crap we saw on the show. And also considering what some of that crap translated into, gold, yes.
Not another thing. This pay-per-view... Whether you think of it as a WrestleMania or just another pay-per-view, this show completely shifted the landscape of the entire freaking...
Yes.
Oh my God, yes,
2 million buys. Close to 2... guys, I say, and I've said this for weeks, WrestleMania, it's our Super Bowl, it's our Stanley Cup, it's our World Series. We got so many eyes on it that it was legitimately comparable to those events. And that, it's sanity to me. And then, I guess this is the perfect segue to go into Monday Night Raw. What we got.
Can I just say, can we start Raw with one thing?
What's that, Preston?
Yes! I'm sorry. Crowd. The fucking crowd.
Best Raw crowd I have ever seen. I've been watching for 15 years.
Very attitude-esque. Very attitude.
Holy shit!
Not attitude.
You chant yes and Daniel Bryan for 2 hours.
Not attitude, though, like Michael Cole would say. Attitude-esque. Oh my God.
Wow.
And see, guys, this crowd makes me forget all about the match that happened, the travesty that happened at WrestleMania.
Yeah, exactly.
How they received Daniel Bryan, and I told myself, you know what? If that would have never happened, he would never be as over as he is right now. Oh my God.
And when this is spreading to basketball games, to everything else, and this is spreading to...
Oh, by the way, just wanted to make it known, I was at my little cousin's varsity high school softball game today, and we got a Yes Chant started.
No! It's spreading global-wide!
It was simple. It was just a 2 RBI triple, but we still got a Yes Chant started.
The Yes Chant was in the Rock segment, the John Cena segment.
And John Cena!
On camera match. Daniel Bryan was so over with this crowd, they booed Sheamus. I have to say it.
Booed Sheamus? Booed him out the fucking door.
They get a fucking word in. They booed him every time he tried to talk. Hello, fella, boo.
Another one I like, the C. I like that one too.
There's a Spanish guy in the ring. As soon as there's a Spanish guy in the ring, you know he can't understand English. You have to change it up.
See. Oh my God.
So guys, here's my thing. And, Alex, you and I were having a conversation. I know you were still, before we went to the Raw taping, obviously, miffed about what happened. And you said, Daniel Bryan needs to pull a Shawn Michaels, grow a set, and start taking some control. And I told you, Alex, with Daniel Bryan's temperament, with his attitude on the business, with how he perceives it and how people look at him, that kid is going to be a genuine leader in that locker room in a few years. And what happened? Because I think this guy, and here's why I think the crowd can get behind Daniel Bryan. I'll be one to get on my Daniel Bryan high horse for a change, and Alex can just sit back and smile.
And that's exactly what he's going to be doing.
Here's my thing. He's so identifiable with people. This guy loves wrestling. I mean, is enthralled with it. This is his livelihood. And I think when the common man sees a performer like Daniel Bryan deprived of the very personification of that passion, being Wrestlemania, deprived of that moment for 2 years in a row, this more humiliating than the former. It makes people say, WTF, what are you doing with this guy?
WTF, right?
He loves this business so much, and you're going to give him that shaft. Well, we say, no, and it's the fact that he resonates so deeply with people because he proves that the dream can be achieved, as corny as that sounds, but he makes it so badass. And they stand by him. They stood by him when he choked Justin Roberts out with a tie, and they stood by him again here. You know what that tells me? This guy not only has huge marketing potential, I'm beginning to seriously think, which is almost disturbing, but that this kid can do no wrong. I swear, if he went out in the middle of that ring and put AJ in a lapel lock, he'd probably be getting YES Chants for it. Yes.
I'd cheer him.
That is a whole new level of over. That is a whole new level of over that I think... honestly, I was disappointed because I actually went on CM Punk's Twitter. I wanted to know what he thought about his best friend getting those chants, and I haven't heard him say anything. But I can just imagine a guy like CM Punk saying, "Brian, you got your WrestleMania moment."
John, you don't have to worry about that because Stone Cold Steve Austin spoke up for him. Stone Cold pretty much said, somebody asked Stone Cold Steve Austin, he asked him, "Do you think YES has replaced what?" Austin responded with, "Yes! To the Daniel Bryan fan as well." That to me is like, oh my god. But first off, John, what you said was perfect. To me, as a Daniel Bryan fan, I was baffled. It was probably the greatest thing I've ever seen as a Daniel Bryan fan because it's like I've been writing this kid for how long? I've been trying to convince people that this guy is somebody special. And yes, I've been called a Daniel Bryan dick rider. I've been called an obsessive wrestling fan of a Daniel Bryan. But I just feel like now it's all paid off because to see how
Alex,
over he is.
To those people, I say so fucking what?
Honestly, what I say is, can you speak up, please? I can't hear you over the sound of Miami.
Yeah.
Can you speak up a little louder?
Guys, at this point in time, it doesn't matter because he can't do anything about it now. This kid is so over. Even the detractors that say he isn't over will look fucking insane when they say it.
But here's what I have to ask you, Alex. I don't mean to cut you off, but here's what I posed to Ashley when we were talking earlier. What have they done to Sheamus because of this?
Who gives a shit?
Honestly. No, Preston. No, we can't write it off that easily because we have to look at it for what it is. No, we have to look at it for what it is. He's the world heavyweight champion. I mean, are you going to turn him heel, or are you going to try and continue to make this face run work? What have they done to Sheamus? Because in WWE's mind, I'm sure they thought they gave him a moment. They may have given him
opposite happened. They gave the moment to Daniel Bryan because fans were more thinking about Daniel Bryan losing than Sheamus winning.
They may have just given Sheamus a nightmare, and that's what I'm worried about.
Good. Give him a nightmare. He deserves it.
And guys, no, wrestling doesn't deserve it. I love Sheamus just as much as Daniel Bryan. I'm not going to throw Sheamus under the bus because this is not...
I throw him under the bus all day long, sorry.
This is not shit. Well, okay. For his attitude, for how he got the championship, okay. But
that's what I'm throwing him under the bus for. Not his talent. No! Yeah. Talent, motherfucker. But he is... Yeah, that's...
At the end of the day, though, this is not Sheamus' fault. I'm not going to say Sheamus is like...
Well, no, he's not... This is not like the Montreal Screwjob where he's the puppet master pulling the fucking strings. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and that's my point, Preston. He's a bystander here. Yes. And how is he going to save himself from what's happening?
Well, John, if you ask me, here's what I would do. Daniel Bryan needs to turn face now because of how this crowd is reacting.
I'm not so sure about that. But
I think Daniel Bryan just needs to keep doing what he's doing and getting cheered for.
He needs to keep doing what he's doing. He needs to be a Stone Cold Steve Austin, just be the tweener guy that he is right now. Just continue to be.
Because I love the promo he cut on the dark after the dark match, which is on YouTube. I love that promo.
Yep.
So if he keeps doing shit like that, and by the way, spoiler, him and AJ broke up on SmackDown.
Yes! Yes!
Oh,
Yes! Yes!
The crowd cheered him for it.
I'm
They
happy
loved him.
for that. So I'm glad Daniel Bryan is finally getting rid of AJ and going on his own. So I will give my own little yes for that. Daniel Bryan, dude, I never ever thought I'd see the day that you were this the fuck over. So I get to eat the biggest goddamn plate of fucking crow I ever deserve. There you go.
Feels good.
You know what? Big ups to Preston for at least admitting it, because I know a lot of his other haters won't admit it. But you know that's just it, though, Preston. When a guy can have that kind of an effect on you, it shows just how over he is.
Yeah.
And I think Daniel Bryan's reached a level, but here, and I hate to be this guy. I did not want to be this guy, but I do have to pose the question. Is Miami going to be the influential crowd? Are we seeing a trend, or are we just seeing a Cinderella story come here?
Please, John, here's my thing. If this is going into basketball games and is going everywhere else, kind of like feeding through the system, I have a feeling this is going to catch on like what?
Preston, here's my thing. I want it to. It's not that I don't want it. It's staying within the area of Miami right now. I want to see when we go to next week completely, new towns, new everything, how this carries over. Because again, this wouldn't be the first time that people have come to the aid of Daniel Bryan or really cheered him, whatever. I'm not saying he's only popular in Miami. I'm just hoping that this is a trend that starts.
Oh, John, it's not even Miami. It's diehards.
Yeah. No, absolutely. And you got to figure, the WrestleMania when he was getting cheered, not everybody there was a Miami resident. People from all over the world come to Miami to go to WrestleMania.
Yep.
So, you know, my thing, I hope it sticks, is what I'm saying.
Me too.
Because he really is onto something. And you know what makes me laugh so hard is that WWE is going to try and stop it. They're going to try and stop it, but they can't. They're going to be left so helpless.
I guarantee you they're going to do some heavy editing as far as crowd reaction goes for SmackDown.
Yes, and that's what makes me laugh and makes me sick at the same
that
time.
That sucks.
They are going to... Yeah, Preston, they're going to do everything in their power, and you know it, to stop it. Because why? Because WWE likes the defined roles. You're a heel, be a heel.
Which is fucking stupid.
See, what's funny about this is because Daniel Bryan did a promo about this on NXT. WWE, he said this. They hate the people that can make themselves and people that they can't make themselves.
Yep.
And anytime they get somebody like a Daniel Bryan who goes out there and does things that they didn't plan him to do.
I'm not saying they hate. But
they don't hate it, but
I wanted to make a comparison.
Right.
All the guys that got brought over from ECW and WCW that they did not quote unquote make. That's kind of where that's coming.
They kind of treated them like crap. Tommy Dreamer, that's all I gotta fucking say.
I mean, here's the question I pose to everybody.
I love Tommy, by the way.
What right does WWE have to determine who's heel and who's face, or more importantly, who gets?
WWE.
But no, Preston, here's my thing. The crowd. Because if you're not buying what they're selling...
Two shits about the crowd.
But they should, is my point, Preston. Because if you're not buying what they're selling, then what the fuck? I mean, Preston, you're a diehard Rey Mysterio fan. How the hell would you feel if they tried doing something with Rey Mysterio's character that you weren't buying? Clearly, as a consumer, you want to be satisfied with something.
They're listening to me, and they aren't listening to any of us, apparently. So
what they should is my point.
I agree, but they're not going to.
Well, Preston, be careful with that. I don't think that we should say they're not listening to us, because with CM Punk, they did kind of listen to the fans on that one.
Yeah, but they like toying with the internet and shitting all over it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And maybe that's, self-inflicted.
But the thing with Daniel Bryan is, Preston, this has gone far beyond the internet now. I think this is
right. I agree.
Mainstream.
So maybe I'm,
and see, now since it's mainstream, now it becomes something the WWE has to worry about. Because now
I guess my point is, Alex, I hate the idea that WWE is going to fight this when we're so into it, and they should just go with it. And when I say we, I don't just mean the Horsemen. I mean crowd full.
Well, guess what? They finally gave in to Cena sucks.
Yeah, really.
So why can't they give it to this?
There we go. That's what I'm trying to say. Maybe WWE will finally say, you know what, fuck it, we're entering a
Daniel Bryan said he's got a new T-shirt coming. Maybe it'll just be a yes shirt.
Yeah, I think WWE just say, you know what, we're just gonna just roll with it this time.
I'm gonna go ahead and say, if the WWE comes out with a Daniel Bryan yes shirt,
I'm buying that something.
I'm buying it too.
Dude, Alex, you're probably gonna buy the first one off the fucking press. All right.
I have my credit card ready right now. Seriously.
I am going to make that shirt the first wrestling T-shirt that I buy since my 5th grade teacher made me turn my Austin 316 shirt inside out.
Oh my god, that means a lot.
Fuck your 5th grade teacher, on a side note, but,
Thank you, I agree.
I got 2 words for, so.
Guys, this was a moment, for real. Well, go ahead, John. You go ahead and take a minute.
I'm sorry. I was just going to say that when that shirt comes out, expect that to be a seller, big time. I think on par.
Best in the world.
Yeah, I was just going to say.
Shelves.
Just going to say, Preston. Thank you. That's going to be on par with CM Punk's Best in the World T-shirt. I see that potential because one, it's not even like Best in the World. That's a mouthful. Yes, it's one word, and it's becoming like this infectious catchphrase. It's going to sell hot, big time. Daniel Bryan. Have fun with this one.
Off to the fucking races, my friend. Off to the races.
Yep.
Wherever you can take to get to the top, you take that shit to the top and you ride it full. Daniel Bryan has an opportunity. I can't believe this. He created an opportunity with one word. What do we say about people who can make use of one word and get to the top? Holy fucking
Or numbers, or whatever the fuck.
The simplest things work so well.
619-316. Yes, what? Some of the most iconic things in fucking wrestling I just named right there.
Hey, yo.
Hey, yo. Too Sweet, NWO, all that shit. Suck it. All that crap.
Come on, baby. Sorry.
Yeah, John, don't let it die. Don't let it die, motherfucker.
As much as I want to stay on this topic, we have to go on.
I was just saying something. We gotta move on. We just
I said everything I would say.
Okay, Punk Jericho. Now, I didn't actually see the point where the bottle broke in Jericho's hand, but maybe I'm just missing it. This segment shocked the fuck out of not me, but Alex and John. I don't know about y'all, but the three of us
we're going to get to that in a second, because I know me and Ian had a very interesting conversation about this. I said to him that to me, this segment cemented Jericho's place as the number one heel.
And John, I agree with you.
He was in the company to date.
But here's the thing, and this is where the dialogue is going to come in. Eon believes there's really no clear-cut, defined number one heel because we have Kane, we have Tensai. You mentioned somebody else, Ashton. I forget who you mentioned. Kane
and Tensai as much.
Henry just beat the WWE champion by countout.
Here's why I said it. Before anybody else has that, if I could just please say why I said that I feel like this cemented Jericho's status as number one heel. Because he may not have beaten Punk down, but he pretty much stripped away from Punk what meant the most to him.
He stripped his dignity.
What Punk defined himself as. Because some of that liquor did go in Punk's mouth. I saw it. So even that little bit, because, straight edge, prides themselves on the purity. My body's a vessel. Nothing's entering this thing. And it's just, he forced Punk to compromise.
And here's my thing. I love the fact it took 6 years to get here. Because Punk's been doing straight edge for 6 years, guys. And it finally took Jericho, which thank God, because Jericho is the heel god, in my opinion, to come and do what he has done with CM Punk. It has been amazing.
Alex was legitimately angry.
I was shocked. I was blown the fuck away.
And this is why I say Chris Jericho is number one heel in the company. Well, the first answer is, he legitimately upset me. There has not been one heel yet. And,
Kane doesn't upset me. Lord fucking Tensai just fucking debuted. Who the fuck is he? I mean, seriously.
Tensai, Kane, Henry. The thing about those is they're good heels. I like them. I like Chris Jericho too.
They didn't legit piss me off.
Jericho legitimately pissed me off because I know Chris Jericho, because I know CM Punk. I know how much he loves to be straight edge, how much he loves his discipline. When I saw that scene of him taking that beer, pouring it over his body, I was like, you motherfucker.
And then when he broke the bottle over his head,
he broke it over his head.
I was stunned, sitting there not moving, because I'm a huge Punk fan. I think everybody else knows that, and I think everybody else here is a huge Punk fan. So
I guess you have to see. I guess you have to be really invested into CM Punk and know where he came from and know what he's all about for you to be legitimate.
See, but Ashton is, though. In Ashton's defense, he is. Ashton, I think it was just...
So how are you not, loving...
That's my question. So why are you not...
Why are you against this?
Not against it. He's just saying that there's no clear-cut heel.
Wait, who's against it?
No, I'm telling them that you're not against it. I'm just saying that you did say there's no clear-cut number one heel when I said to you that Jericho, in my opinion, is the number one heel in the company. And then you list all these other names, so then you're like, there's really no clear-cut heel in your opinion. And I think they're just asking you kind of elaborate on that.
Well, I mean, I think Jericho's a great heel. I think he's kind of teaching people what it means to be like heel 101. I will say that as far as character goes, this is the best heel, and I've been saying this on TwitWow, this is the best heel character that we've gotten since the Rated R Superstar. But as far as like actual like combination of heel tactics and prestige and being able to like actually win matches consistently, you can't say Jericho's the clear-cut number one because he hasn't won an important match since he debuted, and Mark Henry just beat the WWE champion by countout.
Just because he doesn't win a match does not mean he's not legit.
Well, Ashton C.
This motherfucker is undisputed champion. He is 9-time Intercontinental champion. He's coming back to
let me just
legitimize people.
Whatever happened to you are what you're booked?
I did say that.
Whatever. I'm sorry. I'm not. Whatever.
I have to concede to Ashton on that point. I did say
I'm
that.
not.
No,
I just feel like though.
I'm not agreeing with that.
But to say that though, Ashton, you are what you're booked, and Jericho is sinister. He's devious. He's conniving.
Just
and I
because you lose doesn't mean you can't beat the best.
This is Chris fucking Jericho. Are we kidding ourselves?
It just was fucking like I don't know. Just give me some lame ass fucker.
Friggin' Colin Delaney when he turned heel. That shit happened.
Colin Delaney turns heel on Tommy Dreamer, which was fucking hilarious. And he's like, losing matches. Okay, I'd be, okay, fuck you, you suck, you're losing. Jericho's way different.
And see, again, I go back to 2010. Chris Jericho lost pretty much all the matches in 2010 to help put people over, and because Chris Jericho was hoping that people that he would put over, WWE would use.
He looked amazing.
But even through all those losses, Chris Jericho didn't lose 1 ounce of credibility.
Yeah.
That's about Chris Jericho. He can lose.
Like guys like Rey Mysterio and fucking all those guys lose all the time.
What was Ashley going to say here?
I am not saying Jericho sucks. I'm not saying he isn't legit. All I'm saying is that you can't call him a clear-cut number one heel.
But that's what we are saying. Actually, we're not saying that you said he sucked. We're not saying that you said he's
horrible. You're not actually coming out and saying it, but you're clearly suggesting and implying it.
That's not what I'm trying to imply or suggest either. What I am trying to say is, for how we're calling, and again, this is all opinion. This is all just straight up opinion. I just feel like how you view it, Ashton, I just cannot agree with that. I'm sorry. This is Chris Jericho. This is the Ayatollah of rock and roll.
One of the most sexy beast, baby. Sorry.
One of the most decorated champions in wrestling history.
Yes.
And to see him come out and knowing how CM Punk is, pour that bottle over CM Punk because he believes that he's the best in the world, and CM Punk has busted his ass to do that. Dude, it upset me. And again, when was the last time somebody has upset you, or me personally?
And that is exactly why I keep on saying Jericho is the best heel character since the Rated R Superstar.
Which he has said on TwitWow.
Okay, I'm not putting 2 and 2 together. You say he's the best, but he's not the best heel in the company.
Thank you very much. That's why I don't get coming from that.
That's because, no, I'm saying he's the best heel character. To me, the best heel character of all time is Muhammad Hassan. That doesn't mean he's the best heel of all time. There's a difference.
So it's not just the character. To you, it's how it's executed and how things are just implemented.
It's a combination of the character, in-ring, and the way they're booked.
Are you confused as much as I am, Preston?
I'm out in fucking Rayland. I'm out now.
I think I understand, guys, what he means. Just to me, I feel like even though Mark Henry did beat CM Punk, and that was a huge statement, I honestly would say that Mark Henry, I think...
Goes. If it wasn't for Mark Henry, Jericho wouldn't have been able to do that because Mark Henry's the one that put Punk out in the first place.
Okay,
but see, to me, that makes sure... But see, to me...
Mark Henry played a role in that segment. Yes, I agree. But
if Mark Henry was to pour the beer over CM Punk, I'd be just as pissed as Mark Henry.
It's Jericho. Jericho is just Jericho. I can't really explain it.
I mean, to me, just to give out because I did want to have that dialogue.
This is the same man at Extreme Rules 2009 that ripped Ray's fucking mask off, and has done that more than once. So I'm just saying.
Del Rio did the same thing. No one's calling him a great.
Del Rio, fuck that motherfucker. Chris Jericho is a bona fide fucking one of the best heels ever. all the shit that was Shawn Michaels and Punk and Bray and all the great feuds he's had ever since he's been in WWE. And you're...
Question, what I'm confused about is, how can you be the best heel in the company but not be number one heel?
No, he said, look, I think I understand where he's coming from. He's saying heel character. Somebody can have a great character on paper, but how it's executed, I think, is also important. And again, in ring, he said. He did mention in ring.
Executed fantastic. I don't understand.
See, the thing here is, and I did want to bring this up only because I thought it would create a good dialogue.
Why should anyone take Chris Jericho seriously when he never wins important matches?
And I was going to say that.
He poured beer over CM Punk, who is straight fucking
Hold on, guys. Since I lit this fuse, hold on. I can see where Ashton's coming from. We all picked Jericho to win the Rumble. He took a bro kick to the face by Sheamus. We expect that.
Helping out the fucking business.
Hold on. Preston. I understand that. Didn't win the Chamber. In fact, it got eliminated in a very strange fashion with a kick to the head. And he didn't win a Mania. He's proclaimed the end of the world 3 times now. Doesn't make me change my stance, but I can see where Ashton's coming from. When you don't win when the lights are on bright.
I'm sorry.
How are you?
And again, John, that is Ashton. I know where he's coming from, and I understand where he's coming from.
Fucking wrestling fans. Sorry, I'm not.
Take it easy. Okay, let me see if I clear this up. Ashton, I get where you're coming from. I know where you're coming from. I understand where you're coming from. I'm just letting you know I cannot agree with you on that.
I'm right there with you.
Yeah.
I just think the reason why I said it, I'm not changing my stance either. I'm just saying I completely understand where Ashton's coming from. What did it for me is, while Henry won a match, Jericho secured himself a victory in a psychological battle because he took things to another level with Punk. So for me, it was a psychological thing. In terms of dominance and all things like that, honestly, Henry to me is still my number one, especially after what he's been doing now, kind of revamping himself.
I completely disagree, but that is
in terms of dominance. Okay, I'll give it to Mark.
As far as most entertaining, Daniel Bryan. But in terms of like,
Mark entertaining as fuck in the ring. Come over here, bitch. What the fuck he says in the ring?
Move.
No Superman tonight.
I just tell you the food.
No, I'm glad we didn't let our foolish pride get in the way of this discussion. But no, I just wanted to bring that up because I thought it was a very interesting conversation I had. That actually kind of left me scratching my head.
A really good debate that we're having, by the way.
Yeah, that was awesome. I love that.
I just feel like, guys, the one thing that I think, well, I hope I can say we can all agree on was it was a great segment in of itself. It definitely takes the Punk Jericho feud to even higher heights. And see, honestly, guys, here's my thing. I would have preferred if they had done something like this going into the Romania bout instead of the family. I think the family were fine.
I'm much happier they did this after WrestleMania just because it makes the feud like
it builds more onto the feud. It builds more onto
right. Yeah. Right. Well, now Punk has a reason to go after Jericho yet again, which I think is a good thing.
I mean, here's the thing. CM Punk called Jericho, I don't know what he said. The promo that he said about his dad, where they bleeped it out, where he said, "You're fucking bullshit, you're bullshit," something like that. Like, legit said that on fucking Raw, but they bleeped it. I think it was the first one he did, where he talked about his dad. I'm pretty sure
it was the second one.
No, it wasn't, because the first one, when he came on the thing and talked about his dad, that's the one where he blew up. The second one, he didn't really blow up.
It was his sister. Sister was the second one.
Yeah, the sister was the second one. The first one is where he did you're fucking bullshit, you're bullshit.
Yeah. Third one was his mother. Yeah.
This just, fuck me. It explodes even more because it's Punk's, straight edge. I don't know if he's legit, I don't know if
he's legit straight edge. Legit.
He's legit straight edge, okay.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know if that was actual whiskey.
Oh, yeah, by the way, that was not actual whiskey.
I was just going to say, that's pretty sure that was kayfabe.
Yeah.
Which, I'm glad it wasn't actual real fucking whiskey, because that's fucking
no, I think they made sure that was, played
but they hit the home run. The first drink always goes to your head. First of all, I love that line, and then just BAM! With the fucking bottle. I thought that was awesome. So, and then, Punk just laying there against the post, and I'm just like, I hope Punk's alright. I just felt for him so much, and that's why I love Punk. I love Punk as a face, because I connect with him just on a fan level. I think
and you have to give Chris Jericho some credit for that.
Yeah, Jericho, the fucking credit, of the world. best in the world. But this feud is awesome. I love this feud. It's my favorite feud in WWE right now. I just can't wait to see what they do next week and going further. But
real quick before we go on, I do want to say this real quickly too, because John Laurinaitis came out and told CM Punk.
Oh yeah, I like the part where he's like, you're gonna defend that title. I can't do a John Laurinaitis impersonation, but
yeah, you have way too much charisma.
Yeah, you got some stormy days ahead of you, CM Punk. Pretty much, and guess what?
I like that.
And by the way, he did mention natural disasters, and I just want to point out, Tensai is Japanese for disaster.
And also, F5 refers to a tornado. Ooh, so...
We shall see, ladies and gentlemen, we shall see.
Ooh, what does that mean?
With that being said, let's move on to the moment that everybody's talking about. Everybody knows what the fuck is going on.
Or Tensai's debut!
Troll.
You buzz-killing son of a bitch.
Well, let me start this one off. This was my mark-out moment of the night.
What?
Yeah, it was. Honestly, I did not go crazy for Lesnar at all.
Wow!
Honestly, to a degree, I didn't even care.
He's serious. Oh, wait, he is serious. Holy crap! I thought you were...
Wow! I'm stunned. I am stunned.
I've just been completely disowned by the Horsemen. I can tell.
Talk about it, please.
But no, I marked out several times this match. In fact, Preston, you yourself said that you couldn't believe I was marking out over A-Train at one point in our set.
I couldn't believe it. I still can't believe it, to be quite honest.
This was
of course,
amazing.
Now, let me remind everybody out there, this is the same motherfucker who's an Otunga fan as an
after Lord Tensai, fuck David Otunga.
Swagger fan.
Fuck David Otunga and fuck Swagger after Lord
Next
Tensai.
is Hornswoggle, which, isn't too far off the horizon.
Okay, don't insult me, Preston.
I will insult you all goddamn day.
I won't let John, be all dominated by Preston here. The debut was awesome. I liked it. I thought it was a cool debut.
I liked it too. I just wanted to throw a jab.
I mean, to me, in all seriousness, Preston, honestly, fuck Otunga and fuck Swagger after this debut. I'm really.
Hey, I hope you're done.
I'm really reconstructing a new Fave 5, and Tensai is probably number 3 or 2 on that list. Actually, wait. Let me think. Hold on. 4. He's number 4.
You gotta tell top 3.
Beg pardon?
Who's top 3?
Jericho, Rhodes, Punk.
Yay! I like your top 4.
No, John. You're not gonna make me like Otunga and then drop him like a fucking... No, fuck that. You better stay on that list. If you make me like him and decide to quit on him, I like him.
Listen,
no.
Dissension in the ranks! Dissension in the ranks!
Alex, look, I mean, let's be honest. We all know you were the Otunga mark here. I didn't start my own law firm. Okay? So clearly you have...
Okay, alright, John. I'm gonna call you on your bullshit, motherfucker. You asked Alex to do that, so let's get it all out and be fucking open here.
Now we know never to listen to John. There you go.
I hate you, John. You make me like...
Dude, I mean, really, you didn't learn by Preston's example? God, Alex. Guys, in all seriousness, I love this debut. What I liked about it was that it ended by way of decision. I think that shows real dominance.
I thought that was great.
I kind of have to wonder if that's going to be his gimmick, where he doesn't pin people; he just beats them.
That would be awesome, Ashton, because that would be, honestly, that could be the next dominant force. Since, in my opinion, Umaga, except even Umaga pinned his opponent.
Yeah, that's exactly who Albert Well, I'm sorry, Lord Tensai. Hope I didn't shatter any dreams.
I will always remember him.
I'm sorry, but let me just say this right now. If anybody listening to this does not know who the fuck A-Train or Albert is, learn up on your fucking history.
Hippo.
Albert, A-Train, shave your back. Where have you been?
Where have you been? What rock have you been living under the past 10 years? Seriously.
As far as his character goes, the person he reminds me the most of is Umaga, because he kind of has that foreign mysticism to him, where you can clearly tell he hasn't been in the United States in a while, and he kind of just completely got used to a completely different culture's customs. Like with Umaga, it was like he was this barbarian that killed people. With Tensai, it's like he's going to be like this crazy samurai that's going to just freaking kill people.
You know what Tensai is going to be? He's going to be a silent killer.
Yep. And I hope Sakamoto speaks.
Me too.
That would be epic. And here's the last thing I want to say. It was dominant. They fed Alex Riley to him. I marked several times the Baldo bomb or the Derailer or the Itchy Go bomb, which I think he's calling it now. Got a huge mark on over for me. But Ashton today
Which
got
one
a huge.
Which one was that? Which one was
the
that?
The double
Oh,
head.
where he picks him up like a choke slam and he slams him. Like,
Oh, okay.
set down powerbomb type
But
position.
then,
That's what he ended the match with.
Yeah.
But then Ashton today got a huge laugh out of me because I asked him, because after the match, Lord Tensai like sprays something in his hand and he does this call to Riley, and I asked him, well, what do you think he's like spraying on his hand? He's like, chloroform, and I'm like, yes, suffocate all those bitches.
Oh my god, you people are goddamn sadomasochistic. Jesus Christ.
I just,
Whatever.
I thoroughly enjoyed him punishing this poor unsuspecting soul. I want him to start doing it to everyone, and then when he gets tired of it, just start pulling fathers out of the audience and do it in front of their children. Just do not stop. Just do not
Be a lesson to you people. Do not give John the booking for fucking Raw, because it will be in shambles by the end of the night.
The entire crowd will be on fire.
Yes, it would.
Okay, Miz and Conley, you're in a loser gets shanked match, and we're gonna have it end by double pin. You're welcome.
Loser gets shanked.
In closing.
Wait, so you're telling me he's going to lose by the result of a double pin? How does that make sense?
They both
It
lose.
doesn't.
So they
That's
both
John
have to
for
get
you.
Thanks, John, for proving everyone right.
Oh my god.
See,
Okay, for real.
but in closing, I really do expect big things from Lord Tensai. I see him as the type of character that is a very brief title contender. Just
You
to
know who
prove
I feel really, really bad for right now?
Who's that?
Alex Riley, because he got squashed, and I don't mean like wrestling word metaphor. I mean Lord Tensai landed on him hard, stiff.
Good.
Like,
Demolish that jobber.
Doesn't even squash.
Off the ropes, still, I feel so bad for you guys.
I don't.
Me either. I really don't, because it's like Alex Riley. They say,
Crush him. Finish him.
that wasn't even a squash. That was a destruction.
That was a Mortal Kombat.
That was a fucking
destruction.
fatality.
Let me put it eloquently. That was a dissection.
Yes.
Thank you.
It was.
But
And it was beautiful, and it was glorious, and I loved every minute of it.
Okay. I think you
Let's
guys.
move on to the...
And you
guys, the moment.
sadists.
I know, I'm a hypocrite, am I not? Okay, let's move on to the actual big return. Not
Finally, guys, you get to come on.
Knock me sideways.
Oh, wait. One more thing I want to talk about.
What?
As far as the crowd goes, for the first time, I think, ever, we got Let's Go Ziggler chants, and I marked out.
I think you might be
Yeah,
right. It wasn't as loud.
Yeah.
First of all, when they were playing up the whole Cena bullshit, I was like, whatever, who cares? Cena comes out, and, he's like, I want to shake the Rock, I want to shake the Rock's hand, blah, 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 I want to congratulate him, all this other shit. And the crowd, in my opinion, I kind of ruined it for myself, because I did read that Brock Lesnar signed a contract with WWE. So it was kind of in the back of my head he might debut.
I don't think the fans knew what the fuck they were chanting. I just think they were just chanting for the hell of it.
That could be true, but then, when he shows up, it's just kind of like, I don't know. I think it kind of ruined it, but kind of didn't.
I absolutely love the way they set it up, though, because Cena acknowledged the chants twice. First, he just said, I love Raw, I love this live crowd. And then they were chanting, we want Lesnar. And all he said was, yeah, well, I want The Rock. And he's building it up. And then
he says, like, you gotta love the crowd for Raw or something like that.
Yeah, and he says, I want to shake The Rock's hand and congratulate him and basically say he's the better man. And next thing you know, there's like a 30-second pause, and all you hear is... And I lost my freaking mind!
I tell you people this. That is one of the loudest, most insane...
That is the best pop since Hogan returned in 2003.
I've ever fucking seen. Miami has been doing reconstruction work on the fucking roof ever since Raw on Monday. Because
oh my god.
Was blown into outer goddamn space. I mean, holy shit.
That crowd created gale force winds strong enough to blow away even the palm trees set up at the freaking WrestleMania set.
Seriously.
When that opening chord hit, three of us, John, me, and Alex, were in a Skype call. I
lost it. I lost the fuck out.
Fucking mind. I was just gone.
Yeah, seriously.
That was.
I was like dying.
It was amazing. And then to cap it off, the holy shit chants. That made my night. Holy shit! Holy shit! I love it.
The PG crowd, and we got that.
That made my night. I don't know why it did.
I went holy shit, because I never thought I would see him come back.
Every Cena hater was probably on cloud fucking 9.
Yes.
Rock beat John Cena, and then John Cena got F5.
The very next night.
I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go out on a limb here and say I think John Cena has had the saddest last 2 nights any wrestler has ever had.
Yes.
Because he goes from all this build-up, and then he gets beat by the guy that he's been saying he needs to beat. And then next thing you know, the next night, not only does he show up and he's depressed, and they had that shot of him the night before sitting down on the ramp jerking off, and then shows up on Raw, and he's so depressed, and he's so sad, and he's just pathetic, and he says, oh, The Rock beat me, he's the better man, and all I have to do is just try harder, and then Brock Lesnar shows up and kills him.
Yes!
And if the best about that is, this might be Cena's saddest 2 days, but it is the other Cena haters' greatest 2 days that in
of their fucking lives.
This has to be the best thing that any Cena hater could ask for.
They were fucking reveling. Brock Lesnar's return, I never expected that. I thought it was amazing. I was just like so happy because, you know, I mean, and I agree with some of the people that are saying, you know, all the people that were shitting on The Rock should be shitting on Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, I want to talk about that too, because I'm pretty sure John has to talk about that.
Yes, so do I. And Alex, I'm thinking you're probably going to say everything I have to say, but go ahead anyway.
Because, you know, again, when he first came out in the F5 season, I marked. But it just, you know, it goes all the way back to this whole idea. Fans shitted on The Rock for living for 7 years and, you know, just owning the wrestling business. Brock Lesnar pretty much came in, took what he needed, left in 2 years, and never said a goddamn thing, never looked back. Now all of a sudden he comes back, does it to Cena, they accept Brock like nothing happened. And that to me is kind of like...
bullshit.
Okay, so I'm on the other side of the fence here. I disagree with you. I think that it's great that Brock's back, and here's my reasoning. He's going to be regular. He isn't going to be making like 5 appearances a year. He's going to be making a minimum of 2 or 3 appearances a month. He's going to be wrestling consistently over the next year. He's going to be making pay-per-view appearances. He's going to be actually working with the younger talent. And to top it all off, he's still only like 35 years old. So realistically, even though he's technically only signed to a 1-year contract, he could be around for another 5 to 8 years and not lose any steam.
Now, Ashton, you say work regularly with the young talent. Do you honestly think you put a Trent Beretta up against a Brock Lesnar?
Come on. Why are you going to Trent Beretta? Maybe throw in even CM Punk, Daniel Bryan. Are you trying to tell me you wouldn't love to see Brock Lesnar versus Daniel Bryan? Come on now.
Are you kidding me? Yeah, I would love to see that.
Exactly. And it's not completely out of the realm of possibility because he is going to be coming back to work regularly. His contract stipulates that he shows up at least twice a month for Raws and every pay-per-view. He's already being advertised for both Extreme Rules and Over the Limit.
Ashton?
What I read, like he is booked for at least 40 dates within the next year.
Ashton, I'm happy he's back. First off, I didn't even say that him being back is a travesty. I love the fact that he's back. That's awesome. I'm getting on the fact that, you know, people got on The Rock for leaving for 7 years, but for some reason, Brock Lesnar just seems to get a free pass on this. And that to me is kind of like, is that a little fair? I mean, John, I'm thinking you can see where I'm coming from with this, bro.
I mean, definitely. We're really sending shivers down my spine, and I hope it does not happen. I am hoping against all hope. I was talking to Ashton about this earlier today. They may be planning on Rock versus Lesnar for the title.
That better not happen.
No.
Let me say something just to put everyone's minds at ease here. In order for that to happen at WrestleMania, one of 2 things needs to happen. Either A, one of these guys needs to win the Royal Rumble, and then the Raw Elimination Chamber would end up needing to either involve one of these guys or just be for a number 1 contendership, and then it would be like a triple threat match, which would make 0 sense. Or B, we're going to need one of these guys to participate in an Elimination Chamber match, and that I highly doubt will happen, which just tells me it's not going to be for the title. Honestly, I don't think Rock and Brock Lesnar are going to go against each other at Mania. I think it's going to be Rock Cena 2 or 3, depending on if they have another one in between, and Brock Lesnar versus either Undertaker or CM Punk.
Punk Lesnar is something I would love to see.
Versus Undertaker, fuck. I want to see that. I want to see that.
Exactly.
And by the way, speaking of SummerSlam, I doubt The Rock is going to be back, and here's why. This motherfucker has at least 5 movies he is going to start filming.
He has 4 of them.
4 or 5, however many. He's going to be, he's going to be a busy man. I doubt he's going to be back at SummerSlam. Just saying.
But it's this whole idea again. I don't hate the fact that Lesnar's back, and honestly, Taker versus Lesnar sounds awesome. I'm not gonna lie to you.
That sounds goosebumps.
And guess what? Lesnar versus Punk sounds even more awesome. I would love to see that as well.
Those 2 matches, please make them happen.
And seriously, Lesnar versus Punk, how great would that be? Being able to see just how outmatched Punk looks against him, and then have Punk come out on top.
Oh my fucking
That's why I want to see Punk Lesnar. I know I mentioned to Alex and Preston in a separate Skype call how I thought that Lesnar was going to be the one to challenge Taker for 29. And if that is the case, that's fine. I'm perfectly cool with that. But if we have options and if we're going to do fantasy booking and take choices, I would take Lesnar versus Punk. Because I want to see Punk main event of Mania. That's kind of my goal for him this new season going. And especially going into 2013, I want to see this guy close WrestleMania because I feel he has that potential. But if we do get Lesnar Taker, especially at WrestleMania, which has a whole new element, perfectly fine with me.
Me too. And I mean, again, it's so many possibilities you can do with Brock Lesnar since he's back. And the fact that he's back working these 40 days, I look forward to seeing what he does. I'm not going to shell over it. I just wanted to point out, like I always do, the hypocrisy with some of these internet fans when it comes to certain wrestlers. You know what I'm saying? I just think it's kind of...
And I want to clarify something right here and right now. If anybody would have gets on my case because they think that I had a problem with The Rock being back, check your facts. My problem isn't with The Rock or The Rock's fans. My problem is with the morons that go out of their way to hate on Cena. I've been saying for how long now that The Rock is great for business, and the fact that he's back is going to be nothing but good things for the business and for bringing eyes to the television, and it's great. And I even said on Twitter, well, you can go back last week and check it out. It's a 2-hour, 47-minute episode. We've already had like nearly 100 downloads, and it's nearly 3 hours long. That to me is crazy. And I said in that episode that the winner of the Rock versus John Cena match was ultimately going to be the business and the crowd, and I was right because 1.9 million buys does not lie.
He has a point, guys. He has a really strong point there. So,
damn, son.
At the end of the day, guys, we're all winning because wrestling is at a hot point.
Wrestling's fucking hotter than shit.
It's been a while since I've been this excited about wrestling again. Holy fucking shit. The YES Chants, Brock Lesnar, Cena, Rock, everything. CM Punk, Chris Jericho, Sheamus. I'm losing my breath. Wrestling's awesome right now, guys. Seriously. Excuse me. Oh, God. But
don't die on us, Alex.
No. Okay. All right, I'm alive. I swear to God. But
Are you okay? Are you sure?
Are you sure, bro?
Yes. Okay.
That was awesome.
Yes. Yes.
Sorry.
Yes. I think we said all we need to say about Brock Lesnar. Is that?
I think we have made one hell of a little video here for the first video.
We have made one hell of a debut.
You said little. It's over 2 hours.
I know.
But we made one hell of a debut here on the Horseman channel. I'm pretty sure all the viewers that stuck through this, you got one hell of a treat. As always, guys, please share your thoughts down below. Make a video response if you feel the need to, but do what you guys do. Thank you for watching. I guaranteed you guys that this will be a really good debut, that you won't forget this. I honestly think this video delivered. I had a great time doing this. I think all of you...
Big stuff.
Same thing.
Big stuff coming from us, guys. We have a lot of videos planned. Like I said, all the collabs are going to be on here, so there's going to be a nice little bit of content on this channel. It's not going to be, shit, like every month. It's going to be good.
Well, and actually, there will very easily be some content on here pretty regularly, if for no other reason because of the podcast combinations.
Right.
Because you guys are going to do Paradise hopefully every week on here, and Alex is most likely going to record some excerpts from Twitwild nearly every week on here. So yeah, you can expect some pretty regular content.
And also, once in a while, you might get what's looking for me and John, or me and Ashton, or me Ashton John, or me Preston Ashton, or me John.
Yeah, that's actually one dynamic that we've never done is Alex, John, and me together without Preston, because we've done Alex, me, and Preston, and we've done me, John, and Preston. We've never done that one combination. So we're going to have to try that someday soon.
That'll be something epic, guys. But anyways, I think we said all you need to say. You guys got any final words? Ashton?
This was awesome. Sorry. This was awesome. I thoroughly enjoyed that. WrestleMania was epic to me. Like I said, for me personally, greatest WrestleMania of all time. Raw was electric. So happy to have A-Train / War Tensai back on Raw. And Lesnar's going to be amazing for business. I can't wait to see what he's going to do. I want a Punk Lesnar feud. You figure with Lesnar's collegiate background, his UFC background, which is kind of wrestler Punk is, that needs to happen. I mean, for WWE not to do that match at least once while he's here is pretty much just saying, yeah, we knew you were thinking about it. Fuck you.
And by the way, all of the rumors about Batista being back and possibly coming back, because there are pretty legit rumors going around about that, how bad must Mason Ryan feel right now, knowing that his original version
Kick
is
that piece of shit to the fucking curb.
If you're Mason Ryan and you think Batista might be coming back, you are very sad right now. You're looking for jobs.
You're signing those release papers like, God fucking damn it.
We're going to sign the release paper on top of Batista's signature.
Yes.
God damn, let's fuck up. God, any final words, Ashton?
Final words, easy. WrestleMania 28, one of, if not the best WrestleMania of all time. And Raw on Monday is, in my opinion, one of the best Raws of all time. Easily, for me, from what I can remember, the best Raw crowd of all time. And this week, I mean, you look at the returns that we have on SmackDown. Spoiler alert, if you don't like spoilers, skip about 30 seconds into the future on this video.
If you don't like spoilers, too bad, because you've been spoiled throughout this fucking video.
Yeah, we spoiled a lot of shit in this video.
Damien Sandow, who I will be talking about in an FCW Superstar Spotlight, as well as Ryback, a.k.a. Skip Sheffield. Both of those guys are coming back. I'm excited for both of them. This week, and you had, of course, Tensai and Lesnar coming back on Raw. What a great week for wrestling.
Really. And Preston, any final words, bro?
Hey, man, WrestleMania was good. Four Horsemen are kicking ass, and I am very excited about professional wrestling, and I tell you guys what, with all the big returns, one more still in the wings, but I will bide my time for that one. And
I want to say something. I'm sorry to cut you off, Preston. You know I rarely do that to anyone, much less you, because you're usually one doing that to everyone else. But regardless, I want to say something because apparently the WWE has an angle going on between Dean Ambrose and Mick Foley.
Yeah, I saw that.
That's huge.
I'm losing my mind over here. Like, I couldn't keep that in. I had to get that out. I'm losing my mind.
I can't wait for that to become a regular thing.
That's
honestly, you marking out. I can't wait for that to become a regular thing because you have said Dean Ambrose is going to be your Rey Mysterio, and I'm just going to be sitting back here smiling my ass off. Finally get that
thing. Guys, I'm having a blast doing this shit on YouTube. Love these three guys like my own fucking family almost. Four Horsemen for fucking life. Can't wait for wrestling.
Diamonds are forever, and so are the Horsemen, baby.
Yeah, baby. I can't wait for wrestling next week. I can't wait for a lot of things.
I can't wait for SmackDown.
SmackDown, fuck everything. But, yeah, that's about all I gotta say.
Guys, we are
1.9 million buys.
Yes. Holy shit. Holy shit. Holy shit.
Holy shit.
Before these guys go off and troll the fuck out of you guys, I'm gonna go ahead and end it with this. We are just getting started. Trust me on that one, guys.
WrestleMania X7 was the first ever WrestleMania to score over 1 million buys. WrestleMania 20, 21, 23, 24, and 27, up until now, are the only other WrestleManias to have over 1 million buys. WrestleMania 23 was the record holder with 1.25 million. This WrestleMania had 1.9. That is a record-shattering
Ashton is not gonna let this die. He's gonna keep stuffing this down.
No, because I'll tell you why he's not gonna let it die, Alex. Because it shows a changing of the guard. I think wrestling is entering a whole other phase that, quite honestly, I wasn't even prepared for.
But John, that's what I'm saying. I'm glad Ashton isn't letting this die because he's trying to make a fucking point. We are entering a new fucking era, and that's what he's trying to shove.
It's like you said, Alex. It's a new golden era.
Thank you very much. That's what he's trying to say, guys.
Just to bring it full circle, that's what it's all about. It's a new golden era, 1.9 million buys, and to put that into perspective, that breaks the old record by 650,000 more people bought this WrestleMania than the last record.
That's a lot of people. That's a lot of fucking people. Guys, listen to us, okay? The Four Horsemen, we are here to help wrestling fans appreciate wrestling. With this new golden era coming up, we are going to be the forerunners to this.
Frontier!
Thank you very much. Check out our videos. You will not regret it. Now, as I was saying, the new catchphrase to end the video. We are four friends, for wrestling, forever, Four Horsemen, baby.
Yes!
I love that. That one works.
Yes!
Yes! Yes! Yes! Yes! Sorry.
Yes!
The guy who likes controlling now. Fuck, this is a fucking Twilight Zone.
We infected you, yes.
Guys, thank you for watching. You guys take care. Peace.
And by the way, you can thank me for converting Preston into a Daniel Bryan fan.
I know. Everybody's thinking, what the fuck's going on? Daniel Bryan fan, right the fuck here. Peace the fuck out.
You're welcome.
Goodbye, guys.